find more leads than you can even process. That's multiple listing service. That's the MLS for you real estate agents. Absentee owner information. Find the cash buyers and flippers in any market nationwide. Pull a pre-foreclosure list, and don't forget, you gotta find those comps. Get nationwide access with multiple filters, powered by PropStream at wokesource.com. Get your 7-day free trial today. wokesource.com. That's wokesource.com.
So I want to get into real estate, but don't know where to start.
Well, what I would say is to join the Future Cash Flow Club. It's a community of investors where we talk about wholesaling, we talk about creative deal structuring, buying houses subject to, all of the creative stuff that everybody's talking about. You don't need a real estate license or any of that.
Wow, where do I sign up?
Well, I would say go to futurecashflowclub.com. That's futurecashflowclub.com. You can even get a free trial. Try it out today. Are you looking for the best dialer to reach your leads? Try onlineburnerphone.com. You can reach 4 times more contacts per hour and build a stronger, more engaged pipeline. Now, when you check this out at onlineburnerphone.com, you no longer have to listen to voicemail recordings. Once you hear they pick up by voicemail, you simply press a button and it leaves your personalized voicemail for your prospect. You can also send personalized emails. You can also retarget your contacts. And guess what? All calls are recorded and tracked for quality and training purposes. Try it out today with no credit card. onlineburnerphone.com. onlineburnerphone.com.
Hey Chris, is that you? Damn! Hey Chris, is that you? Damn! Hey Chris, is that you? Damn!
Can you hear me? I don't know. If you don't know who I am by now, I don't know what you been doing. You been sleep? Let me wake you up with something. Straight up. Yeah. Allow me to reintroduce myself. I'm Chris Monroe. R to the O-E. I flip houses, rent cars, and make money. You know I'm not no motherfucker dummy. This how we do. What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? This is the student master teacher, Mr. I Stay Woke, Chris Cashflow Money Monroe, and I'm right back at you with another real estate video. Today's video was being brought to you by FutureCashflowClub.com. If you haven't joined already, what you waiting for? You sleep, stay woke, or wind up broke. Shouts out to all the replay viewers. Shouts out to all the live viewers. We'll have some people jumping in here momentarily. And we got some things to talk about today. And what is the topic? Real estate. Don't wait to buy real estate. Buy real estate, then wait. It's my favorite saying, I think, for some reason, because all it does is go up, up, up in value. That's all it does. Every time I look up, they say, nice hat. Oh, yeah, thanks. I buy houses for sure. Actually, this hat, I don't know, I got a couple of different colors of this version of this hat, visors and hats, have actually gotten me into conversations with people about real estate. Can you believe that? I think I bought or did 2 deals because of a hat. It seems silly though, right? Like, oh, you can't get no deal from no hat. It's called creative marketing. We're always talking about creative real estate. Why can't we talk about creative marketing? If they don't know you, they can't flow you. So that's the main thing. I try to make sure people understand and know that I'm in the business. A lot of times people say, go spend a whole bunch of money on marketing, pay per lead, pay per click, Facebook, Google, all the stuff. You can spend the money, or you can just do it on the free 99 or the discounted price. Just like these bandit signs. Bandit signs still work in 2026, ladies and gentlemen. How do I know? Because people call them still. You know, it is a little bit labor intensive to have to put them out and all of that type of stuff. But if you get one fat check, you're going to say, oh, wow, I kind of like that. I think that's a good thing. Put out one of these little bandit signs and say, sell your house for full price, or say, we buy houses, or anything to let somebody know that you can help them. And that's who we're really trying to attract. Just not anybody on the street, because normal people who want to sell their property, put it on the MLS, the multiple listing service, with a real estate agent. That's what normal people do. But are you normal? Sometimes. But do normal things happen every day? Yes. But do things that are not so normal happen every day? I.e., death in the family happens all the time. It's kind of normal, but people act like there's nothing. You wouldn't believe how many people have took the dirt nap with a property in their name, and now their family got to deal with all the probates and craziness. You got death in the family. You got people that are disgruntled landlords. They try to jump into the game and say, I want to be a landlord. I want to rent property and do a passive cash flow. That is an exit strategy. It's just, may not be the best exit strategy in all situations. I don't do traditional rentals, for those that don't know. I do lease options. I do furnished rentals. More money in those, less work with those. Or if you're going to do more work, get more money to pay for the work, right? Duh. So you got people that are, that are inheriting properties due to death, like I said. You got people who are in pre-foreclosure. That's one of the biggest ones. That's one of my favorites, pre-foreclosure, because they got to make a decision. We are constantly reaching out to people who are in pre-foreclosure, whether we're knocking on the door, whether we're cold calling them, whether we're texting them. I got a lady now I'm trying to talk to. I talked to her twice. For some reason, she won't answer the phone no more, but I guess I got to call her from another number. But she's got an auction coming up on March the 12th, and she playing games. What's today, the 22nd? How many games you want to play? And I looked it up, and I saw online that this property was on the MLS last year. So listed with an agent last year, but it didn't sell. I think they had it listed for like $115, something like that. And it's a nice house. She only been in it like 2 years. She only been in the house since 2023 or something like that. So, the house can't be too bad, but she don't have any equity. That's the problem with her. She can't sell her house on the market because she has to sell it for basically what she paid for it. Because they kind of kill you on these mortgages. When you get a 30-year mortgage and make that monthly payment each and every month, it takes a long time for them to actually start chipping away at your principal. Most of the payments that you're sending over is interest payments, meaning the profit that the bank makes for lending you the money. So it's not even knocking your principal down. So That's the little scam they don't tell you when you're getting these 30-year mortgages in your name. The first, 12, 13, 14 years is mostly all interest you're paying. You're paying more interest than you are principal. Then you got taxes and insurance, but that's a whole nother story. Taxes keep going up. Insurance keep going up. We got a couple of properties that are going up starting next month. I got letters in the mail. Hey, yeah, you have a shortage. You can either pay this $2,000 or whatever it is, or we can just up your payment every month. That's the choices they give you. They say you can pay up front for the shortage, whatever it is going to be going into the year, because they do it in escrow. They do whatever the yearly amount is divided by 12, and they add that to your payment on your loan. And so your payment can literally go up just because taxes went up. Your payment can go up just because insurance went up. Your principal and interest can stay the same. That might be fixed for 30 years, but taxes change and insurance can change. Like the people down in Florida, they say people can't even get insurance in Florida. I'm like, damn, that's no good. If you can't even get insurance, what happens? How do you deal with that? So, it's part of the game. These are some of the risks you do when you do what we call real estate investing, holding property. There is a risk to it. So, when people say, oh, you made this money, like they said in New York, they're talking about raising up the property taxes, increasing about 9%. Mayor Mamdani say they're going to raise the taxes in New York City. I'm like, that's crazy work. I wouldn't like that, but they think they're getting the money from, us land or property owners. But you think we're not going to pass that on to the tenants? We're not going to pass that on to the people below. So, it's just one of those things. They can hike your taxes just for no reason, for any reason or no reason at all. Especially in some of these states where I know I wouldn't want to do any real estate, i.e. New York. I wouldn't want to be there. But, it's part of the game we play. It's a risk. So when we make big checks, or you see somebody, oh, we made 20 grand, or we made 10 grand, or even 5 grand, or $1,000, any amount of money you make, when people say, oh, I didn't know that was going to make some money, that's not right. You made this much. You had a risk. You risked your money. You risked your time, your energy, your efforts. You risked skill set. You risked your time to learn how to do this stuff. You tuned in here 7 days, every Sunday, 7 o'clock Central Time, 8 o'clock Eastern, talking about real estate. You took your time to learn how to do that thing to make that money. And there's so many people that say, oh, I want to get into real estate. I want to get in. But then they want to get in and do what first? What most people say? I want to flip. I want to flip a house. And that, to me, is probably one of the most risky things you can do. Unless you're doing this work yourself, or you have some type of skill set. If you work to get the skill up, you can definitely make money with it. But I see people trying to do a flip, talking about, oh, I made 10 grand. You could do a wholesale deal and not have all that stress to make that money. If you ain't making at least 40 to 50 grand, there's no reason to be flipping a property, in my opinion. For all the risk and the time and the energy you have to deal with, if you're not making like 40 to 50K or more, why are you flipping? You can make, those other checks as a wholesale deal, where all you got is some paperwork. The paperwork makes the paperwork. That's all you need for wholesaling. You need a purchase agreement. I got 3 contracts I just sent out today. I'm going to see what happens with that. And so once these people sign, I'll have what they call equitable interest, and I can assign that interest to someone else if I want to. I can close on it and buy the house if I want to. So it's totally, when you get control of a deal, that's when you have the power. A lot of people don't realize that real estate breathes through paperwork. All paperwork is black ink on white paper. No matter how you try to dodge out of it, look around it, it's still paperwork. Real estate, that's all it is. Whether you're talking about the purchase agreement, the deeds, paperwork, whether you're talking about insurance documents and evidence of insurance, paperwork, all of the stuff is paperwork. Mortgage statements, paperwork, probates, and all these other things that you have to do when you're dealing with the real estate, it's still paperwork. There's no way to get around that. Somebody got to do the paperwork, whether you learn how to do it yourself, which it can't be that hard if I'm doing it, or you hire what they call a TC. And what's a TC? A transaction coordinator. There's people that get paid to do nothing but fluff the paperwork for you. When you get to a certain level, you just, hire a TC. They might charge you anywhere from $1,000 to $3,000 to $4,000, depending on what kind of deal you're doing, just for the paperwork portion. The difficulty of it can make the price go up. And they'll deal with getting signatures from sellers, getting signatures from the husband, the wife, and dealing with the affidavit of heirships and all of that stuff. Now, some people, if you're smart, you can have your title company do a lot of this stuff for no charge. Don't tell nobody. You can let your title company or your attorney, depending on what market you're in, do many of these things for you. So you don't have to worry about it. So everybody's so worried about the paperwork, but a lot of it is just fill in the blank. Property address, closing date, purchase price, seller name, buyer name, the jargon in between it. So it can definitely happen for those who see how that does. So it's not a big thing. You know, you look at it and you say, oh, real estate's hard. I don't think real estate's that hard. It can't be much harder than anything else you do in life. Would you agree with that, Big Mark?
Yep, sure would.
You try to match me today. Look at you. Red and black. I see you. You try to match me on purpose. I gotta watch you. But what's the
That's
saying?
exactly what I was doing.
There is a saying to that. You know that though, right?
Great minds think alike.
That's one of them. But my other one, that's my favorite. It's okay to be a copycat as long as you copy the right cat.
That's right.
You're like, yeah, don't be copycatting. So yeah, this is I got a couple of contracts out this week, or today actually. I sent out 3 contracts today. Can you believe that on a Sunday?
Yeah. Good job, Chris. Keep up the great work.
A lot of people think that the weekends is the time to take off for some reason. And I think the weekend is the time you can actually find these people or reach these people. So I don't,
Yeah.
Through the week is cool, but the weekend is where I can do my real work. What do you think about that?
I agree. It's definitely a good time to catch people on the weekend.
Yeah, because they're always at work. And then especially how you at work, but in foreclosure and got all this stuff going on. That's what I be trying to figure out.
Yeah.
Is that crazy or is that just me?
That's a really good point.
They be like, I'm at work. I can't do nothing. I'm like, but you about to lose your house. Take a break. You got to get this taken care of.
Yeah, then you get them under contract, and even though they're working all the time, they still can't make no payments.
Where the money going?
Yeah, exactly.
Somebody lying up in here. That's what I be thinking, but part of the game. Anything interesting happened with you this week?
Got some good leads in. Trying to find a buyer on one of my wholesale deals. Might have a tenant buyer on another deal. Just trying to keep working.
A tenant buyer, nothing wrong with that. They gonna put some big money down, huh?
This tenant is they only able to put down $6,000, but they able to pay $2,500 a month, which is like $700 to $800 over the market rent.
You gonna put them in there?
Yes.
Yes. Why not? They got skin in the game. It's like you're getting 3 profit centers. You're getting that first one from the non-refundable option consideration up front. You got the monthly payment each and every month while you wait. And then if they decide to buy you out, cash you out, they're going to get their own loan. That's another check. So you're just getting checks on top of checks.
Yeah. So this particular deal, I'm actually just finding a tenant buyer for another investor.
Oh, okay. Well, that's cool. Well, he'll be happy then, huh?
He's very happy.
And so what did you do to get that person? Did you have to explain everything? Oh, hey, this is how we got to do this? Or he just said, go ahead, Art, I trust you.
Yeah, I definitely had to get things worked out with the homeowner first. Because he was in a tough situation because his property is in Illinois and a lot of people are moving away from these areas because of the taxes. So I was actually looking at buying that property myself on terms, but I didn't want to deal with the crazy taxes over there. So that's how we got to me finding him a tenant buyer.
So it's much more taxes in Illinois versus Indiana where you're at.
Oh, yeah. So
really?
Like a house in Indiana, you might, subject property, say you're paying $2,000 on that house in Indiana, it might be $6,000 or $8,000 for that same house in Illinois.
Wow. For the same house, same land, nothing special.
Correct.
I mean, what they doing? Shoveling some snow or something? I mean, why they getting this extra money?
I don't know, but businesses and residents are all leaving Illinois because of this. Same reason the Bears about to come over here.
Yeah, I saw that. They said the Chicago Bears are moving to Indiana. Ain't that something?
Yeah, I believe they're still posturing and negotiating right now. I don't think it's as done as they saying it is. But yeah, they definitely lean in this way because the numbers they don't lie. The valuation is going to be higher for the business. They're going to save a lot of money in taxes over the next 10 years. It's not even close.
So you telling me that the government can run good old businesses out?
Yeah, yeah, it's been happening for quite some time in Illinois now.
Hmm. Yeah, they said Chicago has like a deficit, like they're like what 6 billion or something like that in the hole, something like that.
I remember at one point years ago, people were winning the lottery out there, and they were getting IOUs on the lottery.
Oh, they didn't have the money to pay the people.
Yeah,
That's crazy work. I don't want no damn IOU. I want my money.
Illinois is pretty crazy.
You wouldn't move over there then, I guess.
No,
And that's kind of how I feel here because, we're in Missouri, or I'm in Missouri here, so right next to Illinois as well. And I don't like doing stuff in Illinois. Matter of fact, Justin got a house over there under contract in Illinois. He was trying to get a tenant buyer for and can't get somebody in it. So I'm like, boy, that Illinois ain't no pump. And I think I closed, 2 deals out of 5 over there, something like that. So my percentage ain't that good in Illinois. 2 out of 5 ain't that good.
that's all right.
It was 1 out of 4. We stumbled to the finish line on the second one by accident.
2 out of 5, shit.
Over a 6-year period, that's kind of like,
You gotta take them as they come, ain't it?
Yep. Matter of fact, yeah, the other one. I mean, plus the numbers are always smaller. Well, in this part, because this is like East St. Louis, Cahokia, stuff like that, right across the bridge from St. Louis here. And those properties, 20,000, 10, 15, 20,000. If you're paying more than that, you're probably too much. So, I messed up one of the deals I had over there. When I was starting out, I offered a guy 21,000. That's all I could sell it for. Not knowing no better, like, I'm gonna get him under contract. I could have sold that deal. I ended up canceling, and he get somebody else to do it, and they ended up selling the deal. I don't know why. I mean, like I said, it was just kind of probably because I was too new. This was like in my first year. I screwed that deal up though, for sure. I should have had that dude under contract for single digits and sold it for 21 and made that money.
Yeah. Sometimes I'll be looking at deals too, and I think I got it right, and it ain't right. The numbers just can never be too low for a cash deal.
That's true. You can never be too low. They always want more. You can't be never enough low. They always want more. All right, let's see what we got here. I got this. I was going to review some of this phone call. Did you get to hear that call I made yesterday?
I did. I listened to the whole call. It was very great. Thing that really stuck out to me the most is the lady said she spoke to other investors who are offering. That lady was crazy. She said she talked to other people who are offering, sub 2. Some people were offering taking over the payment and giving her cash. And then she says she wants 175, but then she owes 205. That lady was crazy.
All over the place.
What is your plan? And then she said she was thinking she was going to get the money sent to her, and then she paid it. So clearly she was planning on like taking some money and just like not giving the bank anything or just a little. So she was trying to do some crazy stuff.
Exactly. So that's why I'm like, how the heck was you going to do that? You was going to take these people money and disappear?
And then other people just tell them, oh, yeah, we'll just give you the money.
No, I don't know why they lying. People be lying a lot, especially, it was a couple of lies I heard in it. When she was saying something about they're going to pay her loan off and give her 10,000. I'm like, I don't know how they're going to do that.
Yeah. Then she said somebody else said they'll take over the payment and give her 7,800. She was probably just lying about some of that.
Well, and I'm thinking I need to call her back too, by the way. I think I'm going to tell her the best option is really going to be just have a short sale because she needs, she don't really have anywhere to go. Well, she got somewhere to go, but she got to, need the moving expenses and stuff. Let me see here. I was going to go over and break this call down in detail if I can. Let's see what we got here. Hello, this is Chris. How can I help?
Hi, Chris. This is Tony.
Hey, how are you today? You feeling better?
Yeah, I'm feeling better.
Oh yeah, I talked to her the first day, and she was telling me she had some kind of food poisoning or something. She's like, I got some kind of food poisoning. Call me back tomorrow after 12. And I'm like, damn, don't die on me before we get the deal done.
Yeah.
That's why I had to open up like, you feeling better? You okay?
That's good. That's good. I know you said you had some food poisoning or something. I said, oh no, that's not good.
Can you hear?
No, it was not
Yeah.
good.
Well, I'm glad you survived it. So you're still looking to sell the house over on the Anillo?
Yes.
How much you looking to get for it?
Um,
So first things first, you see, first we verify we got the right property because this came in on a lead as a like a web form. First, we verify we got the right property we want to sell because sometimes people put in wrong addresses. Because I got one like that too, where a lady put in an address in somewhere in Jefferson County, but the house is actually in St. Louis, and it's an elderly lady. When I looked her up, I had to get her real address. I had to do some research to get the real address, but that's a whole nother call. So I first verify that I have the right property, and straight to the price. How much you looking to get for it?
I guess between 175 and 185.
Now, this is silly too. When you hear somebody say a range like that, or what do you think? I think 175 to 185. What are you thinking?
I'm thinking they just want to get 175.
Exactly. Because why am I even listening to that high number? I'm
Yeah.
listening to the number that's in my favor.
Yeah.
I ain't even hear the 185. All I hear is 175. And I had already looked up this property, and I'm looking like it looked like she owed more than that. But let me just keep going. You know, even if you know information, this is the thing too. Even if you think you know something, always ask and let them tell you. That's what I think.
Okay. Well, and what you got going on there?
Oh, that's another question that I've been implementing here lately. What you got going on there? It's an open question. It gives the seller a chance to say what's going on there. Whether they want to talk about, hey, it's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath. Whether they want to say, hey, I'm about to lose it next week. Hey, I heard it from my grandfather. Whatever they want to tell me, this gives them an opportunity to open up. I didn't say what's going on with the house or with the property. If I say that, I'm steering the conversation. I want to give open questions and allow them to say what they want to say. You do something like that too, Art?
Yes.
Let them give them a chance to open up.
It's a 3-2. Nothing is wrong with it. I just purchased it in 23. The roof was replaced in 2017. The HVAC and the furnace was 2014. And the hot water tank was 16.
Oh, cool. Sounds like a pretty good house. What made you decide to want to sell it?
Personal reasons.
So how would you handle that, Art? You ask them what made them decide to want to sell, and they tell you personal reasons. What that mean?
I like what you did. I like the way you handled it. I say that because a couple things came to mind when she said that. I'm like personal reasons. I want to dig into that, but I like what you did. I like the way you handled it on kind of, moving forward, not getting hung up on that, and then pressing forward. And of course, you can always come back.
Exactly. Because the thing is, I probably asked that question a little too soon in the conversation, in my opinion. Just me critiquing myself. I could have went down another rabbit hole versus talking about, that why you're selling right up then and there. I should have figured out, a few other things first because I haven't gotten her warmed up. This is only 2 minutes into the call, so she don't know me from a can of paint. All she knows is, hey, I need to sell my house. I got a problem on here. Let's see what's going on. And so she's telling me, about the house, that it's in perfect condition, basically, or pretty good condition, nothing wrong with it. And why you're looking to sell, personal reasons. To me, that tells me it's financial. That's usually what I think when I hear somebody say personal, financial, meaning pre-foreclosure, something like that, can't afford it. The only other time I think I heard that is when somebody doing a divorce. But I mean, I guess people are all kind of funny about how they explain themselves or deal with people they don't know, because she don't know me yet, or she don't feel like she knows me.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I understand that happens in life.
Yeah.
And then what kind of timeline are you on? How soon are you looking to close and be done with it?
Within 30 days or less.
30 days. So let's see, what is it? So by the end of March.
Yeah, if not sooner.
So that was a good, quick follow-up question. She said 30 days. I'm like, 30 days, if not sooner. She didn't want to reveal her hand yet, evidently, by the way she's speaking. 30 days, maybe sooner. So I had to probe a little more. I said, well, what's 30 days from today? Oh, the end of March? No, maybe half that time. See, these are just clues to let me know who I'm dealing with on the phone.
If not sooner. Well, that's the good thing about working with us. We can actually close at your timeline. So, I mean, in a perfect scenario, I mean, what do you think would be best, like as far as the closing?
I probably could do it in half that time.
Okay. Well, we can definitely see what we can do to help you out. Let me pull your property up.
So that's another thing. Let's see what we can do to help you out. It ain't about us trying to beat you up on price. It ain't about us trying to make $5 off of you. Let's see what we can do to help you out. Because I'm here to help you out. That's my positioning. You do something similar, Art?
Oh yeah, I do.
And then the 175 to 185, how'd you come up with that number?
Well, the comps that we ran, it's more than that, but I know with the cash offer, they're not going to come close to what I really want or what I paid for it.
Yep. You know, when we buy cash, we can't pay retail for them. That's the only catch with it.
So that's another thing. I like to plant that seed up front before I even start saying numbers, any kind of offers. Just so you're aware, when we buy for cash, we do not pay anywhere near retail. I'm already getting them prepared for the low ball in their mind. Even though it's not necessarily low ball, it's what the price or what the house is worth.
Yeah.
And as far as like, do I need to do any kind of work to the house, or is it pretty much move-in ready?
It's move-in ready. It's just once the pictures come off the wall, you have to touch up the paint right there. But other than that, it's move-in ready. Nothing wrong with the floors, the plumbing, the walls. Everything that you pull up on Zillow is the same minus the furniture.
Oh, okay. Let me go see what they got on Zillow. Okay. So you put some different furniture in there, huh?
Yeah.
That's good. So the kitchen still looks the same. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Doors. Everything looks good there. And so you already found a place to move to and everything?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's good too. Just want to make sure we don't put anybody out or anything. That some people.
So that's important when dealing with owner occupants. Where are you going? You got a place to move to. She says yes. We want to make sure anybody that's living in a house, because they can't stay, because you hear a lot of people, especially when they're in pre-foreclosure, like, oh, I can sell you my house and rent it back. I want to make sure they know in their mind you getting up out of here. And that's for everybody. This is why I always make sure they have a place to go.
Like, oh, I need more time, but you need out of there quickly. So that's especially what we do. Let's see. In the comps, we got them selling around 206.
Mm-hmm.
For 198. I mean, it's pretty tight, to be honest with you. For us to get.
So I'm already letting her know again, it's pretty tight. Looks like the houses are selling around 205. I already know she owes about 205. So that's kind of a shocker. Like, they only selling for around the amount you paid for the house. And she ain't got no equity within 2 years. But hey, I didn't make this decision.
To that number. Let's see here. We did get one sold for 237. What is this house?
Mm-hmm.
3.2.
Hey, there she is.
Got a garage. Yours has a garage as well?
Hold on. Let me see.
Yes, I do. One car garage.
Hey.
Okay.
And a pool.
You're getting so big.
For that.
Eating up everything, huh?
Yeah.
The best case scenario, because we would buy cash and make it easy for you. Are you taking everything, or will you be leaving some things behind?
depending on the movers and if they can without damaging the walls. But there's two office desks, one in the office downstairs and one in the basement right as you go down the stairs. They're pretty heavy and sturdy, so I'm probably will leave those, and
Yeah.
then leaving all the appliances.
Okay, that's fine.
And so I'm asking these questions just so I can understand what she's going through. And while she's answering questions, I'm pulling up the comps. That's why it's such a little lag time in between it. I'm looking at what the houses in the area are selling for, and I'm looking for what's active on market right now, and what do we think we can get for her particular property, even though it's pretty much move-in ready.
And so, best case scenario for you, I mean, how would you like to see all this play out?
That, my friends, is one of my favorite questions. In a best case scenario, how do you see all this playing out? Another open question for her to go ahead and say what she really wants or what she really needs. It ain't even about wants at this point. What does she need to do that thing she wants to do?
I mean, get a decent offer, not lowball me, but a decent offer to walk away, and I'll be okay with that.
So a decent offer to walk away. I do like the word she used, walk away. What does that mean to you if somebody starts talking like that, Art? They say they want to walk away.
When I hear that, I'm thinking that they are mentally ready to be done with the property.
For sure. They're already out in their mind. They know they're giving up. They tapping out. Take this house. I don't want it. That sounds like a high level of motivation. If you hear somebody use the term walk away, I'm just going to walk away. Because most people tell you the opposite. I'm not going to give it away. I'm not going, this type of terminology. The words she's using tell you the level of motivation. I'm ready to walk away.
Because, I mean, we're pretty close on the numbers, but I'm just trying to make sure. I'm trying to find if there's another comp over there. I see one that was kind of high, but, we don't want to deal in anomalies. We want to get something that's, kind of consistent. You don't live too far from me. You're actually my neighbor.
Yeah.
I live on the other side of Howler Shell.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I could almost walk there. Let's see here.
So I always like to add in little stuff like that just to be a human. We don't always have to be so locked in like, oh, we're robots. How much you want? I give you $5. Move sign right here. Do it. No, be a person, be a connect. Even though her laugh was kind of fake, ha ha, whatever. Roll with it. I mean, you know what I mean? Don't be so robotic and sounding scripty. Very important.
Okay. Is this you don't have a pool, do you?
Yes, I do.
Okay, I see it on the map here. I'm looking like there's like a pool in your backyard. Oh, you got a nice pool. What's the condition of that?
It needs to be clean.
Just a good cleaning.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we were buying a house from a lady had a pool. She said she was paying a guy $300 every 2 weeks to come clean it. I said, dang, that's a lot of money to maintain a pool.
Yeah, it's very expensive.
Good night. I think I'd rather go to the swimming place, right?
Right, the community center.
Or something.
So I like I said, I told that little mini third party story in there just to kind of, open her up because I knew she was tight from the very beginning when she said that personal reason. So I already know I had my work cut out to me to make her, open up, like me a little bit more, open up the lines of communication, even if it's not about the house and the situation, because as you can probably tell, it's already stressful enough.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I mean, we're not too far off where you're trying to be, but I think we need to be a little bit lower than where you're asking, to be honest with you, Ms. Tony.
Where are you at?
So that's another little thing that I like to implement. Looking at the numbers, it looks like we're not too far off. We're not completely far off, but we want to make sure that, I'm letting her know that we need to be a little bit lower. Now, when I say we need to be a little bit lower, I'm almost forcing her to ask me, well, where you got to be at? I'm not just going to offer the number. I'm making her ask me for the number. Does that make sense?
I mean, so we have a couple of options here. I mean, if we buy it cash and just, pretty easy, take it as is, normal and close, in your timeline, we'd probably be closer in the 160s range.
Mm-hmm.
So that's another little key. When you drop a price, that awkward silence must linger. I think we need to be around the 150 range. Don't say nothing, because then sometimes they might complain. Oh, that's kind of low, and still take your offer. Sometimes they might say, oh, that's kind of low. Can you come up a little bit? We don't know what they're going to say, but give them a chance to say what they're going to say. Don't assume that just because they're complaining or something that number will not work for their situation.
I mean, you think something like that would help you out?
I was hoping, at least 170, 175.
170.
So this number already dropped already. Remember, at first she was at 175 to 185. Now she done came down a little bit to 170, even though we both know they can't do 170 either because of her loan. But it's all for the working through the motions. You got to almost walk them through it. What's up, Big Justin?
Okay.
And when you do, so I understand, like cash offer, that's minus the commissions, minus the closing, the appraisal, all of that is not on me, correct?
Yeah, so good question. So when we buy cash, we take care of the closing costs with title company. There are no real estate commissions or fees like dealing with a realtor. We close in your timeline and we take the property as is. So we offer quick and easy, but the only thing is it's a little bit less on the price. That's the only thing with that.
Mm-hmm.
If you were to list it on the market, you probably could get more, but we just don't know when it would sell and, all the song and dance with that. And it seems like you got a timeline you're trying to meet, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so that's the only kind of thing with that.
So she opened the door for me to be the expert and tell her exactly how this works. Because as we'll find out in a moment, some wholesalers or some other people she talked to lied to her, told her some other stuff that simply ain't true.
So it's kind of that would be, probably where we would want to be closer to that range as a cash offer. Now we do have other strategies as well, depending on your situation.
What's
you
up?
you still owe something on the property, I guess?
Yes.
How much is still owed on it?
Around what I'm asking for.
So as we see, she's still dodging questions. How much you owe on it? How about around what I'm asking for? How can you be asking around what you're asking for if you're asking 175 to 185 originally? Then you drop down and I was hoping for 170. And then we come to find out she owed more than both of those numbers. How that's going to happen?
When she was saying that, I was thinking that maybe she's like way lower on her mortgage, like 140, 130, and she's just trying to walk away with a home run or something. I was very surprised to find out she owed that much over what she was asking. I ain't never seen that before.
And this is why we always just ask questions and assume nothing, because these people are tricky.
So you're trying to sell it for what you owe on it?
I was trying to get as close as possible to pay it off.
Another powerful question. Would you sell it for what you owe on it? Would you sell it for what you owe on it? That's Justin's favorite, loan balance. But I asked her, are you looking to just sell it for what you owe on it? Let her tell me no. All she can do is say yes or no.
And that question asked at the right time is very powerful.
100%.
You got to be at the right time, but it's very powerful.
Exactly. Timing is everything. Questions are very powerful, but when you add questions with timing and delivery and the right inflection and the right of curiosity, all of that stuff makes a play. That all makes you a better closer.
Yeah.
And you walk away. Mm-hmm.
I mean, do you need money to actually sell and be able to move and everything, or?
Yeah, definitely.
So what's that number? What do you need in your pocket to make this move easy and smooth for you?
I mean, really, I was just going to do the cash offer And then I do have an offer where they will come closer to what I owe and then give me 10K for closing.
Yeah, so that sounds like something similar where we've done it before for people in the past, where we would give you some cash at closing, take over the house, and we would take over the payments. Is that something they told you, something like that?
No, they would actually meet. We meet at the title company. They pay the payoff for the house and then give me 10K at closing on.
That sounds like a lot, don't it? How somebody gonna pay you full blown retail on a house you just bought 2 years ago, cash, and give you $10,000 over? Just when I heard it, I knew that couldn't be right.
Yeah, it ain't even adding up because she's saying she only asking 170 to 185 somewhere up in there, and then somebody saying they're gonna pay the payoff in 10,000. Like, why wouldn't she take that?
I think I know what kind of happened with this. Maybe the other people she spoke to didn't take the time to actually understand her. This is what I talk about all the time: understanding your seller. Don't just assume that this is their situation when we don't know. We don't know, so we just ask.
They running deals with that type of talk too, because if that woman fixate on that, and that's an objection that who are a good, integrable person, couldn't get over, that woman just go to foreclosure. So that's very disheartening that there's people out here doing stuff like that.
We're gonna give you all cash and give you 10,000 at closing to pay your loan off. I know. Well, that sounds like a slam dunk. To me, if that was even realistic, she should have been on that. She shouldn't even be on the phone with me right now, right? Because that solves her problem. How you get on the phone with me? But I had to be delicate with her because I didn't want to hit her with a hammer. Like, well, that sounds like they got what you need. How we get on the phone? So let's see what we got here.
Top of that.
Oh, okay.
And then I did have an offer where they wanted me to, keep it in my name. They take over the payments, but that doesn't make that's not feasible for me.
Oh, so they offered to take over the payments of the loan and basically give you some money at closing. Is that correct?
That was one, and then the other was keep it in my name and they take over the payments and then rent it out.
Yeah, that's a strategy that a lot of people use. We've done it before as well. So it just depends on the scenario. What about that scenario would not work for you?
Well, to keep it in my name and then for me to be able to, when the time comes to get another place in my name, this is going to show up in my name.
So that's important too, to not miss. Whenever you're pitching or offering something creative and somebody tell you, oh no, that won't work for me. What about that will not work for you? Make them get specific. Hey, I'm going to be getting another loan in 2 years. Or hey, I don't want to use my VA loan. Or hey, I want to, whatever their excuse is. Or oh, I don't think my bank gonna let you do that. Whatever that is, you have to pull that out of them through a question so you can handle that objection. Or understand where they're coming from. They might be 100% correct with what they're saying. Even if they're wrong, they're going to feel correct, and I'm going to steer them back to reality, like I did with this
one. Right. Yeah, I see what you mean there. So yeah, that kind of makes it a little more difficult. So you're going to be buying a house here in the next few years again, I guess?
No, I'm never purchasing again, but moving to another place.
So wait a minute. You're never buying another place again. Well, what are we talking about here? You see how all of this isn't coming together, but it's not me assuming things. See, if I went into this conversation like, oh, I know it all, I'm the big investor. Yeah, I might know some things, but I need to understand where she thinks first before I try to correct the incorrect parts about what she's saying. I'm never buying a house again. That's scary. But if you see what her loan is, which we'll find out in a minute, you'll see why she said that. She got hosed with it, just to be honest.
I mean, that may be a viable option. I know you said you kind of don't like it, but, to get the most money, like I said, would probably be to list it. The second most, I would guess, would be something like that creative strategy. And when they say leave it in your name, what did they say? Like leave the whole property in your name or just the loan?
The loan.
Yeah.
So see, I was only asking that question so I can pick her brain to see what she knows about subject to, what she knows about creative. Because you know, some people pitch this stuff all messed up, i.e., the person whoever she talked to. You know, that's why I had to make sure. So they saying it is leaving what, the loan in your name, or what? How are they going to do that? How are they planning on doing that? So I can understand what she thinks about it and how to handle whatever objections I'm going to have to come across if I have to cross that bridge.
So they call that buying a house.
Were you saying something, Art?
Yeah, I was when I was listening to the call, I was wondering why you was asking that, and you just explained that, and I was saying that's very smart.
For sure. Yeah, because I just want to understand them. You know, we know all the answers, but I don't want to act like I know everything. What do you know first before I try to tell you what I know? Basically, what the moral of the story is. Don't expose your hand too quick.
Subject to the existing financing. We just did one of those in Florissant, as a matter of fact, where a lady and her husband were basically leaving each other, and so they didn't want that big house anymore, so we took it over that way. So that's definitely an option as well. It's just that, so the loan will stay in your name, but the house will be transferred out, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I guess
so that's another thing. I'm just trying to get her reaction to it. So the house will be transferred to our name, but the loan will stay in your name, right? So I'm trying to fully understand that she understands what it is. So I can make her come out and say, oh, no, I'll never do that. Or if she don't give me some kind of reaction off of that, we know that that's probably the option she's going to probably have to take if she wants to sell her house.
The 160 price point, what is your thoughts around that?
So I asked her again, what are your thoughts around the 160 price point? Cash. I'm pounding it. Cash, turns last. Pounding it. What do you think about the 160? Will that help you out? Is this a good number for you? Make her tell me no. I want her to say, no, that will never work. That won't solve my problem. So we can get off that. But I want to reset her expectations on cash because I don't know what she owes on it at this point.
There's a cash deal being done with it.
And when we do that, the cash will go to me, and then I disperse it to the mortgage company?
Yeah, so the title company actually handles all that. When we agree to a price, we go under an agreement. We send it to title. They open up escrow. Then they're going to get a payoff from the lender. The lender sends that payoff, and when we close, the title company will take those proceeds, pay off the loan, and any other liens or encumbrances, anything else going on with the property. And the difference that's left over, they pay to you.
No, okay.
Does that make sense?
So there's some people that are, two companies have not been honest about that because they stated that the title company, if you have a cash offer, that money goes directly to me, whatever I'm selling the house for, and our agreement, and then, that's that. I can disperse it to the mortgage company myself, but the check would be in my name.
So she really believed that she's going to get a big suitcase full of money, and we going to hope she's going to pay that loan off one day. That is crazy. No way. I just got off the phone with a guy here just a little bit ago before coming on live here. He told me, yeah, if you pull up in my driveway with a trash bag full of money, we can do a deal. I'm looking like, damn, he thinking like her. But, I guess some people don't realize, as a third party, there's a title company in between all of this stuff to make sure the deal is secure. So I had to break that down to her and let her know, hey, yes, we put it under contract. We turn it in. The title company pays off everybody, and you get the difference of what's left over. Because we don't know what she got. She might have sewer liens and everything else, just like everybody else, right? Every house I buy got a sewer lien on it.
Yeah, that's the reason why.
What'd you say, Justin?
I said she really doing creative real estate. She thinks somebody gonna give her $160,000 and
got a 205 loan sitting on it. We just gonna hope you pay that one day. We gonna give you this money, but I don't know what we're gonna do about that loan.
The title company is there to make sure that everybody's paid off that's supposed to be paid off, and make sure there's a clean title to transfer to the new owners.
Mhm.
So that's kind of how they do that. So I
Mhm.
don't know why they would have told you something different. I guess people lie out here all the time. That's why I try to be straight up and honest with people. You just from the
Mhm.
beginning, because you're going to make whatever the best decision it is for you. And my thing is to
Mhm.
make sure you get what you need to be able to move forward, not just try to
Mhm.
make $5 off of it. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. I mean, if I and I know that it's probably close to like 206 or 210, somewhere around in there to pay it off. But
Oh, I lied. It ain't 205. It's 206 to 210 to pay her off. It's even more she owes than what I thought. Damn. So she owes about 210 in her mind, approximately, give or take. And she believes that we were going to give her $160,000 at the title company. Well, how the bank going to get paid? We just going to trust you to pay? Never that.
Whoop de doo.
um,
Oh, wow. So you would have to bring money to closing to sell it if you sold it for less than that. Is that correct?
yeah, and I don't have it to bring to closing, which was why I was looking for the cash offer. And then when they told me that it goes directly to me and then I disperse the funds to the mortgage company, I thought, oh, okay, then at least I can, you know, pay them and try to walk away with something.
Yeah.
Another company was like, they would take over the loan and then they'll give me 7,800 at the closing, and the other offer was that they would pay off the house and give me 10K at closing.
Yeah, I mean, I almost want to tell you that's a straight lie because no investor can pay full retail cash and then, do that like that. That's not mathematically making sense. Because
Mhm.
cash costs money, you know what I mean? Even if it is cash, there's a price to being able to access cash like that.
Mhm.
So yeah, they definitely, I don't know why they would say something like that. So yeah, those are basically the two options would be we pay cash, but I wouldn't want you to do that to have to bring money to closing. That would defeat the whole purpose.
Yeah, because there was a huge mass layoff at my job, and it's been a year that I've still been looking, and nothing is happening, and my field is crazy. So
What
then
kind of
I
work you do?
made arrangements. I have a degree in finance, but I've been in HR for the past 18, 19 years.
Oh wow. Yeah, you've seen it change. AI taking over everything now almost.
Yeah.
So that's another thing. Remember, what do people like to talk about the most? Themselves. So I had to ask her about her. What kind of work do you do? She opened the door to that when she said, "Oh, we got laid off." Blah, blah, blah. Oh wow, what kind of work do you do? That was an opportunity to build what we call more rapport. Do you use anything like that, Art?
Yes, I do. For me, talking about work in my market is very, very strong for building rapport because in my market, a lot of people are tied to the steel mills one way or another. And
Mm-hmm.
then we're able to make that connection because I work there a lot. And then also that also takes us into conversations of who all we know that's in common with each other. Very powerful.
100%. You using something like that too, Justin? Or you don't really get into where you're working at, how you're making your money?
I get into, talking about their personal lives and stuff. Usually, 9 times out of 10, I don't have any type of connection with them in any way. So, but I do get the, time to, hey, how did you get into this situation and stuff? My condolences usually is something about a dead person, usually with the people I'm running into. So that's kind of where I leave it at.
So you don't get too deep down the rabbit hole,
Yeah, I kind of get straight to business.
huh?
I just had a lead 2 days ago from a cold call. When I first, I talked to just like you did on this call. I asked him at the beginning of the call how much did he want for it. So we talk, and then eventually we talk about work, and then we talk about people that we know in common. And from there, he ended up dropping his price like over $30,000 just for me asking again, how much can he do? And he's like, oh yeah, we can do that, but call me back and let's see if we can do. I know, my buddy, y'all this and that. Yeah, that's great. I swear.
People do business with people they know, like, and trust. If they feel like they know, like, and trust you, they may not know you from a can of paint. If they just feel like they know you, they're going to give you a good deal.
Or people in common.
For sure. And that guy that I was just telling you about, talking about pull up his driveway with a bunch of money, he said something similar. He was like, I mean, yeah, if I have to go down, I mean, I got to like it. I go down that much. I said, oh, so you don't like me that much? What I do wrong? He was a character, though. This dude here, he down in Jefferson County. He should be going under contract, so we'll have a deal for you to dispo Justin here in a minute once he signed his contract. I think it might be a good deal, too. I don't know. We'll see. He's around a lot of new bills down there. All right, let's see what else we got.
You gonna do a tenant buyer on that? That's what you're saying?
No, that's a cash deal. Cash.
Okay.
Cash buyer, wholesale.
Oh yeah, this is I mean, I would rather find a way to get you some money where you can actually be able to move and do what you need to do and start life over or whatever.
I definitely need money because I've been living off of savings and that's depleted. So, I would need something to walk away with to move to where I'm going so I can, turn on the utilities there, get it cleaned out, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So that's another little seed I like to plant. I'm trying to find a way so I can get you some money, or I'm trying to find a way to see if I can get you as much as I can. See, I'm just planting a seed that I'm, trying to work. We're on the same team. It's not a me versus you trying to negotiate and beat you up on price. I'm trying to see what I can do to get you that number you want or something close to it. And it's just letting that linger. And then she jumped out. Her motivation came out of her soul at that time to say, oh, no, I really need some money to move. Oh, really? Now you're starting to warm up, it feel like. It took a little minute, but I got you cooking now. That's the thing with these calls. You got to know how to open these people up or make them open up their heart and tell you what they're working on.
It always costs to move, and moving is one of the top 5 things people don't like to do.
I don't ever want to do it again. But
so, I mean, I'm trying to see here. I mean, and if you were to get some money at closing and leave that loan in place, that wouldn't help you out at all.
I mean, it looks like that's the only option, because from what I understand and just the discussion that you and I have had, the cash loan is not what I thought it would be, like directly to me. And, we pay the mortgage because I set up a plan with them. So if I sell the house, I don't know if they would keep it in place where I would just make the payments to them.
So notice, if we kept that loan in your name, would that help you out? Give her a chance to tell me no. Everything I do is a question to make her say, oh, no, I would never do that. Hell no, leave me alone. I gave her multiple chances to say no, but she didn't. So why would I think it's no? And now she come to her own realization. See, this is what I say about closing. It's not about, hey, you need to do this, man. If I was you, I would do this. No, if you ask the right question at the right time, she comes to her own realization and say that, you know what? I think that's the only option. That cash thing, like I was thinking, won't work. I didn't have to tell her that. She knows that by her own admission. I just have to ask the question and make her say it out of her own mouth to know that, hey, these are the options. This is what we can do.
Oh, you're on a payment plan or something, you saying?
Mm-hmm. Well, HUD had offered to assist, and so they dropped the mortgage down from where it was, but that still doesn't, it would help if I was working, but it doesn't help me now.
Is that something temporary, like 3 months, or they just dropped it down for the life of the loan?
for 3 months, I would have to pay what we agreed upon, and then they would pay it off, and then they would tack whatever that was onto the end of the loan.
So there you go. I have to show once again my knowledge base. So that program you're talking about, is that a 3-month trial period? Yeah, it's 3 months. I know she's like, damn, he do know what he's talking about. Most people don't even know about that stuff. They don't even know that runs like that when you're late and you get the loan put on the back of the arrears put on the back of the loan. That's a strategy that could be used. The 3-month trial period. And that's what they have her on. But guess what? That trial period started this month in February, and she hasn't made the payment yet. And it's like 7 days left in February. So once she doesn't make that payment at the end of this month that she's supposed to make anytime within this month, that's how it works. You have to make it within that month that they have set up for that 30-day period. Because I have one that I'm working on right now too, where we're making trial payments on the property to get some arrears put on the back of the loan. But if she don't make it, she get kicked off that program. And she says she's not working and her savings is depleted, so she can't afford to make the payment. So she has to do something.
And I can still stay here, but I don't have what they need me to have.
Yeah, it's kind of like kicking the can down the road, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've seen that where they put a silent second on the back of the loan, and it's non-interest bearing, and it's only due to be paid off when the house is sold in the future. But that wouldn't stop anything from us from doing this deal, because we've done those before as well. Because we come across people in pre-foreclosure where, like, I just got a lady's arrears put on the back of her loan. She had like $30,000 in arrears, and I got all that situated with the bank. So
there you go. Once again, showing my expertise. We gave a mini third-party story. We just got a lady's arrears put on the back of the loan, about $30,000. That helped her out. So she knows, oh, wow, this guy knows what he's doing. Although she already got that process going, but with her situation, we're going to see if we can still help her out.
I'm pretty good with dealing with the lenders and stuff and making sure, you know, we structure the deal to make sure they're happy, you're happy to be able to move on with life and not worry about the house anymore, and basically get the deal done.
And did she walk away, or do you think that there's some closing money or assistance with moving or whatever?
For sure. Yeah, we always want to set you up in a better situation than when we found you.
Ooh, don't be stealing that bar right there. We always want to put you in a better situation than when we found you. Come on. That's one you got to take home right there. We want to leave you in a better situation than how we found you. And they're like, wow, this guy really cares.
We wouldn't want you to just have to go out and, you know, figure it out or anything crazy. We want to make sure it's a mutually beneficial win for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
So we would definitely find a way to get you something at closing to make sure you can, you know, get moved, get started over. And like I said, we work with your timeline. So I understand this is stressful enough, just dealing with all of this.
I am. I've been to the emergency room and dealing with chest pains every day. So I need to get from under this stress as quickly as possible.
Well, I'm more than willing to help you out with this. I mean, it just depends on, you know, if you are ready to make it happen and get a new start, or if it's
well, if you give it, you
wait a minute, we got to make sure we know this right there. I'm willing and ready to help you out if you're ready for a new start. Come on now, don't be trying to get that closed, Justin. If you're ready for a fresh new start. How about we add the word fresh in there? What you think about that, Justin?
Let's pray together right now.
On the time. A fresh new start. We have to paint that picture of a brighter future, because right now she just told you, I'm highly stressed, I'm feeling sick, I'm having headaches, I'm getting food poisoning, all kind of stuff going on. Payments behind, drama. But I don't even know the rest of her issues, you know, because they got issues. People gonna have issues. Your job is
I need to pray on it.
Yeah, that too. You got to be able to listen.
It is a prayer.
No, after you sign, we can pray.
We go pray before you sign. Let's do it. We prayed on it. Let's do it.
work on the numbers on the part of taking over the loan, and then what I can walk away with and get back with me. You can shoot me a text or email or whatever and let me know, or call. It doesn't matter.
So for me to know that, what is the monthly payment of the property? The monthly payment.
What the agreement is now for the 3 months. Hang on, let me.
Yeah, that was a scam in itself. Her trial payment's only like $100 less than what her regular payment was. Let me see. I don't even have it in my notes here. The 3-month trial period was $1,934.
Hang on, let me.
But when that trial period is up, it goes back up to $2,022.
Posted on my desk.
$2,000 a month, PITI. That's high as hell on a 3-bedroom, 2-bath.
That one's just for 3 months.
And I don't
That's
think
what
we
they
can
call
rent it
like
for
a
that. I'm gonna fast forward a little.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's very tight. And I guess your interest rate is probably whatever it was 2 years ago. Let me see here.
7.25.
7.25% interest rate. You gonna take that over, Justin? Come on, man. It's only 7.25.
Hell no, I ain't taking that over.
Come on. It's $2,000 a month.
I'll be switching positions with him here. Right there, foreclosure.
You'll be trading places with the seller. 7.25% interest rate. That's how the kind of interest rates they give investors.
She probably just had a very, very low down payment.
3.5% FHA loan.
I wonder how they get her on that. And even if you, I mean, all you need is a 580. So even if you have a 580, it seems like it don't be right at the market. That must have been the loan officer throwing them points on that mug.
It could have been her credit. It could have been a lot of things, but she's a high income earner or was a high income earner. So evidently she could qualify for that $2,000 a month at one point in her life.
Wow.
But it's too high. That's too high. $2,000 a month? That's crazy work for that house.
How you gonna figure that out?
We gonna see.
What neighborhood that's in?
You say what?
What neighborhood that's in?
That's in Florissant.
Nah,
it's right on the other side of Howdershell.
That ain't $2,000.
On a 3-bedroom, 2-bath. They got a swimming pool. It's a nice house. Don't get it wrong. It is a very nice house, but I wouldn't give $2,000 a month to stay there.
Question.
Yeah, Art.
So you saying the 7.25? I know it's not sexy when we know it's 2 to 3% loans out there. But if you were going to cash flow $1,000 a month, would you walk away from that deal?
I don't see any. How would I cash flow the $1,000 a month?
If you could,
I would still walk away from that deal
because of the interest rate.
Because of the payment. That's what makes that payment so high. The interest rate is the reason that payment is so high.
Okay, so what if the market rent was $3,000 a month, but
maybe now it's better. It's a better deal now.
But the interest rate was still that 7.25.
So I'm not necessarily looking at just the interest. I'm looking at the cash flow of the deal. I don't see any cash flow in it because I think they can only rent for like $1,800, something like that. Maybe $19, maybe $2,000. But who wants to even cash flow? That's not a good deal. And she got that swimming pool. Swimming pools cost a lot. I just told her I was trying to buy a house from another lady in Florissant where she was paying a dude $300 every 2 weeks to come clean her pool. I don't want to do that. That's $600 a month.
Do we care about interest rate for real? If we just getting the cash flow, we don't really care about interest rate.
I mean, not necessarily. I don't care per se. If this deal made sense, if her payment was $1,000 a month, I would probably take it. But $2,000 a month, that's hard to beat.
Let me ask you this: you say property taxes and insurance. The way to bring down the $2,000 is to bring down the insurance, which we get cheaper insurance as investors anyway, right?
A little bit, but how much do you think we're gonna get off?
Like maybe $200.
So when we underwrite these deals, just to be very clear, I'm underwriting off what they have right now, not on the ifs and maybes and buts. Because if we have to underwrite it off what it is reality. If we do get a lesser insurance rate after we switch it over, that's just a plus on our end. But they don't want to underwrite it basing on that. Does that make sense? So we want to underwrite it with what she got right now. Worst case scenario.
2.5.
Plus, taxes keep going up.
Jimmy about that deal right now.
Well, if he got 10 grand, we can sign her up right now.
Jim got 20.
Make it 15 then.
Jim gonna buy that deal from you.
Make it 15. I'll take a $5,000 assignment fee and move out the way, and you can take it over.
Hell no.
They gave you almost like a investor interest rate. That's what kind of rates we get when we get loans. And I mean, for you to move and everything, what do you think you would need?
And now that's about the third time I've asked her, what do you need to be able to do what you need to do? Because the first time she dodged me, second time she dodged me, and here's my third time asking about the same dang thing. Let's see if she answers this time.
To be okay, at least 6,500.
And that'll cover your moving expenses and being able to get to your other place and everything.
Get to my other place and get utilities cut on.
Now, that was something tricky. I could have asked her about that, but I did not. When she said get utilities turned on, what do you think that means, Art? If somebody tell you that. I got a place to move, but I'm going to need to move and get utilities turned on.
I just think they need to turn their light bill on. Sometimes they ask for deposit, stuff like that.
Maybe. You got any ideas, Justin?
I mean, I'll just take that as she's overdue on her utilities as well. So she needs to catch all of those up in order to transfer. Is it different in different states? Or like where you at? Is it different as far as can you start fresh at a new house even though you owe at another house, another property?
No, that bill usually, I think some of the bills for sure follow you. I don't know which all do or don't though. Some of the bills, I think the water bills, for example, follow you and electric.
Yeah, so that's what she's got going on. She got some overdue utilities. That's why she need the money to catch up the payment she owe and transfer. So that just tell you how much more pain she got to get the utilities cut on. I'm like, get the utilities cut on. That's a phone call, or you can do it on a website. Now they did a tricky thing with me. So that house we just bought over there in Florissant, they were delaying on opening mine. Talking about we owed on another property from a long time ago, from last year. I'm like, $30. You telling me you ain't turned on my damn electricity at this other house? Talking about some damn $30. Here you look $30 funky dollars, man. So we paid and they turned it on. So they were attaching that from another property, but that was on a account I had linked because I got a bunch of houses linked on one account on one profile, which is an LLC that owns no property, by the way. So worst come to worst, it ain't. And my social is not attached to it. It's attached to an entity. That's why I use these shell entities for so-called property management, utilities, etc. I never put that stuff in my name.
I made a mistake one time, a funny mistake where I owed like $100 to like an electric company, to Spire or whatever. And basically I tried to get the utilities turned on my UNC name. He owed money. So then I was like, no, it's my name. It was like, nah, both of y'all have to pay in order to.
Oh, no.
It was crazy.
Turned on.
I mean, we're pretty close. I think we can do something with this. So if I can get this approved with my team here, you'll be ready to move forward with something like this today? Question of the day right there. If I'm able to get this approved with my team, or if I'm able to make this work, if this, will you do that? Always get your commitment before making any offer. You got to get the commitment first. What you think?
I was in front of Jimmy and I was throwing I threw the clothes out there or whatever. One of the most delicate moments in this whole thing. And Jimmy straight up started talking.
I have to tell him, don't say nothing. If you ain't here watching me close, don't say nothing. Just watch and observe. Be a fly on the wall. Because it is an art to this thing. Art. So yes, if I'm able to get this approved, are you ready to get this process started today? I make them answer.
Yeah, depending on, what you come up with and if I can walk away with something to help me, that's what I'm looking for. That's all I need, and I'll be okay to
And I guess the next payment is due here in about 9 days, 8 days. Is that right? Or is this month been made already?
It was supposed to be February 1st, and they gave me to the end of the month to get it in.
So there you go. She haven't even paid this month. She's supposed to pay this month and haven't even made this month payment. That's why she's getting more afraid now.
Okay. So it has to be in here in the next 8 days for it to even qualify for the trial period.
Mm-hmm.
So $2,000 there. And we give you some money plus closing costs, trying to calculate what it would cost us to get in. Give me a second here. I'm gonna check some things here, see if we can get this through, because it's, like I said, it's pretty tight, and that payment is not friendly at all. $2,000 a month. I mean, I'm like, wow, because I don't even know if we can rent it for that much if we rented it. Let's see.
And that's the other thing too. Whoever these other wholesalers or whoever buyers, whatever that was talking about taking over her loan, did they look at this stuff? Did they know it was 7% interest? Did they know the payments was $2,000 a month? Or they just like, yeah, we'll just take it over. Yeah, lolly golly bully. They couldn't have looked at this.
Yeah, they say estimated rent around $1,700.
Yeah, the Zillow rent says $1,700.
Let me see what I can do here, Tony. I'm gonna see if I can help
Okay,
you.
you can call me back, Chris.
Okay, yeah, I want to help you out either way. If I can do it, if I can buy it or not, I want to see if there's a way we can help you out, because this just makes no sense. I don't want you to lose your house and have to go through all of this. You know what I mean?
I don't either.
Other than that, any other questions for me for now before I let you go?
No, you just, let me know. If you can help, that's great. And if not, then, I don't know. It's just gonna go in foreclosure. I just have to walk away because, like I said, I've depleted my savings and it's just been rough.
Yeah. Okay, let me look into this here, because those are the main options. The only other option I can think of for your situation would be a short sale. Have they said anything about that with the lender?
Mm-hmm.
What did they say
They
about?
said that would be an option.
Yeah, because I'm thinking either this or that is really the only two options I can see looking at this. But these numbers are so tight, that payment is high, so it's kind of scary to me. And I don't want to be scary. I want to be confident going into any deal,
Mm-hmm.
So let me check here, and I'll give you a call back here shortly. Okay.
Okay.
Have a good day.
Thanks. You as well.
Bye bye.
Well, there you go. She is in limbo now. Like I said, I'm probably going to end up calling her back. What would you do with a deal like this, Art?
Like you said, short sale, man. You just had your guest on here previously. Seems like, based on there being negative cash flow, seems like a short sale would be the way to go.
Yeah. So you wouldn't take this down
with negative cash flow? No. Now, if it had good cash, if I could make $700-800 on it, yes.
But it got a pool.
I ain't gonna be dealing with it.
It ain't nothing but something to pay for.
I work with plenty of people who would love to have a pool right now, and they can afford a $2,000 payment. Plenty of people.
Yeah. What you think, Justin? This is something you would take down, right?
No.
All right. Mr. Joshua has a question for you, Justin. What is a short sale?
Imagination. A short sale is basically when a property has too much debt on it, and you negotiate with the bank to take a lesser amount to pay off the property because you believe that the property is not worth the amount of debt that's on the property. So you enter into a negotiation with the bank that can take 4 to 6 months and require for your paperwork to be rock solid, proof of funds, the whole shebang. They looking into everything. So if you do that transaction, make sure your paperwork is rock solid.
Okay. Pretty good. How would you define that one, Art? What is a short sale?
I'm gonna defer to the master Chris on this one.
Ah, Art.
I stay in my lane, man. I'm doing seller finance, sub two, and wholesaling. That's it.
That's it. A short sale is very simple. It's just when you get the bank to agree to take less than what's owed on it. Just that simple. You're getting a lender to accept to take less than what's owed on it as payoff in full.
And getting the government to accept less to what's owed on it.
Yep. Yep. And
If
so
you
her
don't like
loan
dealing
is
with the government,
her loan is an FHA loan, and as we learned last week, and Mr. Joshua, if you go to last Monday's live, we had a guest on going deep down the rabbit hole of short sales. Go watch that one. That'll help you if you want some more information on short sales. And so this loan is an FHA loan, and as we know from the training from last week, FHA loan would take 88% of the appraised value. Now, 88% of appraised value, I don't think that's going to be good enough for a cash deal for me. So it would still have to be something that would be sold on the open market, on the MLS. So if I was to help this lady do a short sale, I would do the whole process, go through the whole thing, and then go and put it on the market to sell it. That would be the only option. The only good thing is it's coming up in the spring and stuff here soon. So 3, 4, 5 months down the road, or however long it takes for their process, this particular property may be in a better time frame to be selling because people are moving in the spring and summer, after school is out. So it might be a good thing for her. But I think I might just refer this off to a short sale specialist and get a referral fee and move out the way and go do what I'm gonna do. What you think about that, Art?
Yeah, that's what I would do. That's actually, if I come across any in this situation, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna call you up, say, "Oh, I got the dude's number. Actually, I took his info. Call him up, see what we could do." I'll do that.
Yeah, especially with it being FHA. Now, if this was a conventional loan or something else, they take less, from what I understand. That FHA is only going to take 88% of the appraised value, but conventional may take less. VA, I didn't get to ask them, but I'm probably sure they may take less as well. So it's all one of those things. You have to play it by ear.
what's 88% on this deal? What was that?
Whatever
number?
the appraised value, 88% of whatever they
How
appraised.
much she owed again? 206?
210. Which is probably, I mean, it might appraise for a little bit more. Let's just say it appraised for 230. It's back to damn 210 almost. Or unless it appraises lower than that or something. That's the tricky part with appraisers.
That's 2024 at 230. So it ain't no deal no matter what way. She could just buy time, make shake out.
Well, I mean, it could sell as on the market, like I said. It probably could sell on the MLS. It don't have to be a cash buyer investor guy like me to buy it, because I couldn't touch it, not at that number. If I was to get my own,
Hopefully she kept it up though.
if I was to get a DSCR loan, a debt service coverage ratio loan myself, and take it over for 30 years with my own loan, I'll probably get a better deal than what she got. But who knows? Any other questions, thoughts, concerns about the real estate closing call with the lady with the food poisoning?
Would you try to? No, shit. Refinance her loan, but I guess that don't make sense.
Who gonna refinance it?
Right.
That's the question of the day. Who? She can't, because her credit's trashed if she already been missing payments and got on the payment plan and all this other stuff. I'm not refinancing it because I don't put loans in my name. Who gonna refinance it? And even if she did, is the cost of refinancing can be what, $7,000-$8,000 after you finish with fees and junk. Who paying that?
Plus DSCR, they gonna want you to put something down.
Yeah, unless she pull a doohickey.
That's what I was gonna say. You said everybody can get this work. We can get a work to the DSCR people too, right? We can.
Yeah, you can. You better have a 700 credit score and go through that process. Yeah.
No, I'm talking about like, boom, we get a number, and then right before closing, we negotiate with the seller. I need to think about this. I don't know.
Don't get caught up in nothing illegal there, Justin. That's all I'm gonna tell you.
Imagination.
Bro was always up to
Dealing
something.
with loans and all that, and trying to do hickey. I mean, there's always a way to do something. Don't get it wrong, but yeah.
We do the hard money lenders like that. Why we wouldn't do the DSCR people? They the same people, aren't they?
Hard money is temporary. DSCR loan could be 30 years, 15 years.
Is that that ain't the government though? That's a private entity, ain't it?
You still will be lying on the application, depending on what you're doing. It's just, what do you think, Art? Would you do it?
Man, I think Justin gonna end up like some of these people we keep reading about. This dude is something else, man.
Don't do it, Justin. Stay on your best.
Just help her file a restraining order against the bank and call it a day.
But that's only temporary.
Shit, she needs to get about that mud. She upside down. She underwater.
Underwater, upside down. No matter
Go
how
ahead
you
and pull up the house. Can you pull it up?
You say what?
Pull up the house. I just want to see it. Oh, you just want to send it?
I don't even know what the house is. Hold on.
While you doing that, I'll comment real quick on the call. I will say, so it's kind of like a longer call. Plus, you're doing like commentary on it in between. But at the beginning of the call, for whoever been up and watching it that long, they'll see that you got the 4 pillars very early on in the call, like almost within like the first 5 minutes. So I just wanted to point that out. Also, did a great job of building rapport with her, empathizing with her, overcoming objections, active listening. I mean, it's like everything you really want to do in a call. Share stories. I mean, it was a great call.
Multiple third-party stories, huh?
Yeah.
I put the address in there, Justin. Let me see. I might can share. You just want to see the pictures of it? Is that what it is?
Yeah, I just want to look at the outside of it.
Oh, okay. It's a beautiful house. There you go.
Dude, you got her qualified really quick.
The furniture is not there, but that's how the house looks. They vacuum the hell out of them carpets.
Damn.
That's a nice house.
Because you don't think you get $2,400 off that?
Yeah, that be gambling, man. I ain't in the game of gambling. Not on real estate. If you want to throw the dice, go to the casino.
$6,500 entry fee plus her rear.
Oh, it'll be more than that.
Yeah. Arrears, $6,500 to the seller. This deal is ugly.
Well, it's not the arrears because you could just continue the payment plan that she's already on.
Okay, so the arrears have.
If somebody makes the next 3 payments, it just goes back up to what was
$1,900 a month for three
months.
payments.
Then it goes up to 2022 a month.
It's going up to 2022.
Yeah, she only got $100 discount on her 3-month trial period. That's what I'm saying. Is that a finished basement? That's a beautiful house. Look at that.
That's a nice house, man.
Ain't nothing wrong with the house. It's just financing bad on it.
I'll move up in there right now.
I know you will. You got $2,000 a month?
Yeah.
And 10,000 entry? No.
No.
And that payment got to be in.
10,000 entry.
There's the pool.
I had got a pool.
That's a nice pool, man. Somebody will love that house.
So, Chris, talk us through this, like just real talk. So I can look at that and I'm like, okay, I just put somebody in some trash for $2,200 a month, some good looking trash, and why wouldn't I be able to do the same thing with this?
Justin, what's wrong with you, bro?
You can do anything, Justin. But what did Art say a couple weeks ago? Just because you should doesn't mean you should. Just because you could doesn't mean you should.
Justin, I would say the reason why we really don't want to look at this deal is because it's breaking one of the primary rules of would it even cash flow as a long-term rental? And the answer is no. So if you get in a situation where you start buying a bunch of properties that cannot cash flow as a long-term rental, let's say whatever strategy you're using right now to beat that and make the payment. For example, a guy in Florida was doing co-living. He had these properties and now he can't do co-living anymore. And now they don't cash flow as a long-term rental, and now he can't afford the payment. So that's why we don't do that.
Yep.
Okay, so let me make sure I understand this. Okay, so To me, if I throw this on my page, to find somebody to pay at least $2,400 a month.
Nope, we got to start with the down payment part. You need somebody got to bring about
10 grand,
$15,000 down
18 grand.
to even be talking about this deal.
Okay, so 18,000, 3-bedroom. It's not even a 4.
It's a 3-2 full finished basement.
A 3-2.
The other thing is the timing too, because they want that the bank wants a payment before the end of the month. So if he was gonna try to find somebody, he literally only have 6 days to find somebody and get their money in, get title clear, all of that processed to even keep up with the trial plan.
So look, I don't want to think for myself. I want to do whatever Chris would do. So this is an interesting.
Run quick, run away.
But look, Chris, why wouldn't? Okay, so I understand the cash flow thing.
Sure.
With what we bring to the table, so your concern will be you'll put somebody in here, $10,000, $15,000, $20,000. They go into this house, or you looking down the line when maybe you have to evict them or something like that, and then you stuck with a house with $2,000 payments.
That part
That's your concern, right?
That is a part too. That is possible. Yes.
So you're not looking just in this one moment. Let me market it, see what I can do.
Market it to win though, like he just said. That money has to hit that bank before this month is out. That's the first thing, right out the gate. Regardless of what she get, regardless of closing costs with title, regardless of all the other things we can think of, but any of that, somebody got to drop $2,000 to pay that payment before the month is out.
Okay, so
out of their pocket, cash, not on paper, out of their pocket, just right off the rip. Then she got to move. That might take a week or 3 days or however long, pack it up, move it up.
Okay, so let's I'm gonna say this on video. Okay, so let's say you start the short sale process, right? That buys you time. You put somebody in it, regardless of which way the negotiations go with the bank. If the bank like, nah, it ain't go good, boom, you got somebody in it, gave you 90 days to fix the deal. That wouldn't be something that you would look at.
Okay, so let's just say we did that scenario. Come on. We do what you just said. We find a tenant buyer tomorrow. They drop the money tomorrow.
Okay.
They get in that house. They can't get in because once you got to move out for them to even get in. That's the first problem. Second problem, that money has to be dropped in your hand to pay that mortgage company immediately. We ain't even got title work clear yet. We don't know if she got other stuff going on beyond that. Utilities and whatever else she got happening with this particular property. And then you have to do all this within like 6 days. Who want to jump through hoops like that? If you're going to jump through hoops like that, you must be handsomely compensated. I need 30 grand to do that.
The short sale stops them from continuing.
And that's the other issue. Let's just say you do the short sale and for some reason they decline it. How are you going to catch up those arrears?
It's going to take 4 months. Okay, so let's say it's going to take a minimum 4 months.
Right.
Boom. I got 30 days before I get her out and put somebody in it. Best case scenario. Okay. So somebody bring $18,000 to the table. Bam.
Yep.
They in there for $2,400 a month. They in there for 18 grand down payment. They making their payments. I take the money. I go ahead and pay the bank before we even go through the short sale process. Pay the bank to catch up.
What?
The 18, the arrears.
We don't know what the arrears are. The arrears can be $20,000.
We don't know because she got the little 3-month thing.
Exactly my point. Somebody got to pay those arrears because she already gonna be disqualified for this process because she defaulted if she don't pay it in a week. Now somebody could jump in quick enough to just take over the payment and start going right now. It will work, but is that realistic?
No, I'm not gonna touch it. I get what you're saying.
Now, if you were moving in this property yourself and you wasn't banking on somebody else that you don't know, that's something different. Like, hey, I want this house for me. I'm moving in this mug. I'm gonna pay the money. Because you're gonna pay the money anyway when everything hit the fan. So we have to do something with those arrears. And if she messes this part up, that's off the table. They don't have to do another chance with that. They might just say, "Nah, you already failed on the other trial payment we gave you. We have a rule where we can only do that every 24 months or whatever their rule is."
This is a great case study because a lot of you know what I'm saying, young guys like myself would try to put this together, and I really like this that we talking through this and stuff because it's not too good to be true, but the fact that everything's not clear cut, you can start to get in too deep on something like this.
Now, if the timing was back earlier this month, yeah, you probably could try to pull it off. But with it being 6-7 days out, how are we gonna do that? Unless you want to risk $2,000 of your own money to keep it floating.
You saying go ahead, drop $2,000 of your own money.
Somebody got to drop that $2,000 before the month is out, and it has to hit that bank before, or she gonna be kicked off the trial period.
Okay, so boom, the $2,000, boom. You have no paperwork to stop her from backing back or anything like that. Really, so you trust in her, which is not a good position to be in.
Not really. If I drop $2,000, the moving truck come the same day. We getting her up out of there. I'm dropping more than $2,000. You see what I'm saying? It's risky. Yeah. It's not. The risk is not. It's not worth it. No matter how we try to slice it up. Unless you truly have a real buyer with real money that really want this house quickly. I'm talking about quickly. No time for delay. No, let me think about it. Let me ask my cousin. None of that stuff. I'm talking about like a day or two. If they ain't talking like that, we can't do nothing for her.
All right. If she go into bankruptcy,
what's that supposed to do?
That stop the foreclosure.
She's not in foreclosure. She's on a trial period.
Oh, okay. She called you from a lead?
Yes. I have a whole sheet of leads. I got like 15 leads. Like 6-7 people I can't even reach.
Right. So this is pre foreclosure.
Well, she was in well, yeah, I guess you can say that. She's on a trial plan. And she's been trying to work through this for months now. So this ain't something that just came up. She just came across my desk yesterday.
Is she working?
No. So she got a pure legitimate hardship.
She asked out.
So short sale is probably the best option for her. Or if she can come up with that $2,000 to float it through the next month, then yeah, I could try to do something, but I'm not trying it in those 7 days. That's unrealistic.
Hey, Chris, I mean, it's very possible that the bank would still be open to that trial period next month, especially if it's been going on this long.
Well, it's just started this month. She haven't even started the trial period. That's the point. You got to make the first payment to get into the trial period. You got to make all 3 to complete the trial period. She never did it.
And
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. You probably can, not even go after that till next month if you wanted to, and that could buy you time to
market it,
put it out there. If you wanted to go that route. I'm just throwing it out there.
Yeah, it's a tough cookie, man. It's a lot of. Where do I get paid at after all this stress? That's what I want to know.
You get the cash flow of the $2,400.
That ain't cash flow. That ain't no money.
So with no money. With them trial periods, they're going to want you to make the payment anytime during that month. So let's say if you talk to the bank at March 1 and they say, yes, we're still open to the trial period. Now you have all of March to market the property if you decided you wanted to do that.
I just don't see no cash flow in this, though. I mean, this money is tight.
How much cash flow would you need?
You sounding like us right now, Chris.
I don't see no upside. The interest rate too high. There's no equity. There's no money in this deal. Where do I make money at? Where do I make money?
You sound like me when I call you right now, Chris. You be like, oh, no, you just do this. And I'm like, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, if there had equity, if they had a low monthly payment, if there's a lot of ifs, everything about this is bad. I can't even think of one good thing other than the house is in great shape.
What part of Florida is in?
That's the only reason I think you might be able to do something with it, because it seems like a nice house.
Yeah,
I don't know anything about the area.
Florida is one of the hottest zip codes out here right now.
Yeah, like the deal I put together today with the tenant buyer, the market rent is $1,700, and that dude paying $2,500. It's a 2-1, 900 square feet.
I ain't gonna lie though, if nobody that came and got, I don't know. I think Chris Blackjack house is way nicer than this, and you know what I'm saying? People that came with some stuff, but that monthly is what's keeping people a little scared. So this is the same situation, really. But this is a worse situation because this thing ain't got no rear garage, Chris stuff, a 4-bedroom, 2 bath, full unfinished basement.
She
This
got a
one has
finished basement on this house.
right.
I think it was finished. Let me look and see.
Okay, so you saying us as your mentees, you saying that looking at this deal, you wouldn't advise us to work the play.
I don't see no play to work because she on that trial period. That's the elephant in the room. If I had time, I could tell her, hey, I could see what I could do, but it ain't nothing I can do.
Would you change your decision based on, because it looked like you don't know how much in arrears she was behind prior to entering into the trial period. So would you change your decision based on that number at all?
No. Because the only thing that even makes sense to do this play at all is to make that $2,000 payment this week before the month is out. That's the only way this can keep floating out. But
And
she
that's
got to get up
cash
out
out
of there too at the same time.
And that's hard cash out your pocket. in order
Hard cash, regardless of you got a person or not. That's coming out your pocket. That's
And
the
she
risk.
need more time in the property too, which is an issue.
She don't need time. She just need money to move.
She got somewhere. She got somewhere
She already got
specific
somewhere
to
to
go.
go.
Or
She has somewhere to go
why she need 6,500?
to get her utilities on and to move.
Oh, okay, because she behind on her utilities.
Whatever she got going on, she might. I mean, everybody can be less. I'm not saying that that's a deal breaker. The elephant deal breaker in the room to me is that payment got to be made before I can even do title work. Title work don't even come back that quick, and there's no cash flow in it. It ain't like the payment $1,400. I already had this under contract closing this Wednesday, and that month was $1,400 a month, but it's $2,000 a month. That's high as hell.
That one finished and everything. That's crazy.
So it's just like the timing is just bad.
Yeah.
She already in a trial. Say if she wasn't in a trial period, say if I was just coming in and I was putting her on a trial period, I would have those months to deal with this. I don't have that because she already started it, which means somebody got to drop that $2,000, and she say she don't have it.
I mean, it is a $200,000 house. I don't know. I give it.
So you saw some comps for like 230 and 240, I think, ain't it, Chris?
Highest was 230 something. But that ain't the issue. The issue is it's too risky and it ain't enough money in it. I don't feel like I'm gonna get no money off of it.
That
Now,
pool.
if I had a buyer that's out here floating right now, like, hey man, I got $20,000, I need a house. I'll play the play then. But there ain't nobody talking like that. It ain't nothing even look at. I'm not dropping all that money into that house like that. Hell
That
no.
pool is what got that insurance high too. By the way, I
Probably.
think a lot of people don't know that insurance go high when that pool on there. Like
Mhm.
that.
Nice little barbecue patio. This ain't even there. All this furniture gone. This is just how it was when she bought it.
Damn, she got 2 patios.
Yeah, this is a beautiful house.
Dang.
Above ground pool. I thought she had an in-ground pool.
Wow. I hope everybody paying attention, man, because we're looking at a beautiful property, and I know people will be excited and they'll break their neck to get into this deal. And here you are teaching us to turn something like this down.
Like I said, if I had a person right now on the hook, I got $20,000 or more, and they needed a house, I would put them in there. But I don't have nobody like that right now. That's right now. Now I gotta go find them right now, ready to go. Like, hey, just call me when you get one over there. I'll take it. Type stuff.
Damn. I might have somebody. I don't know. I need to look.
They be playing though, man. You know, they say they want it, then you go through all that. Then you got to deal with her. Because to even show the property, we got a person living there. You know what I mean? That in itself is already a booger. Oh, they got to see it without the stuff. I mean, it don't look like this per se because this is before she bought it.
Yeah.
But still, you know, do you want to work that hard? And you see, she was already overly skeptical, and you know, I don't know if she's gonna go back into that shit or what. I'm telling her, hey man, this is what we can do.
Right.
But I don't think we can do all that in 7 days. Because when is the month out?
28th.
Yeah, the month is out on Saturday, so Friday.
So this wouldn't even be a good short sale. That's crazy.
Short sale for a homeowner occupant that's going to go get a loan and buy it. Yeah, it's perfect for them. But for an investment property, it's not good. Nothing good about it.
Because they're gonna put it back on the market for like 180, like you said.
No, it don't have to be that low. You can
200,
215.
Yeah.
220.
Hopefully she kept it up. If it need any kind of work, that house, that's a done deal.
Well, she said it's in good shape, so you know, it's just one of those things.
She got kids?
I'm not sure.
Oh,
You see
okay.
how secretive she was. She wouldn't tell nothing. You know how we be. We gotta
But
hide
kids,
everything to the
and
last
kids
minute.
go to work. We always put all our business online, the cars we drive and all that stuff. And then as soon as you start talking about, you know,
Real stuff.
finances and work, oh, I want my business all out there.
Man, I just had one of my buddies call me up and said his daughter, she's a tradesman, and she got $40,000 looking for a house right now. She would love something like this up here.
Yeah, if they got that kind of bread and they can move quickly, we can make it all work. But if they ain't talking about moving quickly like Monday, Tuesday at the latest, no deal. And I don't, why I want to stress myself out over that. Trying to jump through hoops and let me coordinate and take up all that time. Where am I getting paid at? Am I getting a big check or something? That's a lot of work to jump through hoops.
Chris.
Either a lot of work or drop that $2,000 and extend her payment out and hope she do right.
Wow.
Or catch her arrears up. I could just ask her how much is your arrears to catch it up. But I wouldn't want to do that though. I would rather do what she's doing, get that arrears put on the back of the loan.
Wow. I'm glad we're doing it. This is a great call, man.
So you got somebody with some stupid money, like 20 grand or more, they can fit in this house, and they got to be ready to go like now. Not like, let me see Friday when I get my check. And we can't do none of that. It got to be now. That's the only thing. And I don't think people going to move that quick. They have shown me before. I mean, I have put people in houses quickly, but I don't bank on it. Sometimes it take a month or two. I need my blackjack house. Beautiful home. They all, you got to bring that money, man. You want this nice house, just bring some money. We can put you in there, no problem. They talk a good talk, but when it comes time for the business, they ghost. So I don't even believe people. I don't believe nothing until they drop that money. Until the deposit is dropped, the marketing don't stop. Same thing with cash deals, same thing with these deals.
Yeah, wow. I agree. This is definitely one that should walk away from. The reason why is because of when you said on the call, you said you looked it up and you seen the rent in the area was like $1,700. So for me, that was like a no for me right there.
That's what it said on. I put the address in the side chat. You got Rent-A-Meter, don't you?
Yeah.
The address is in the side chat. You can see what it say, but I say on Zillow it said like 1,700 or something like that. Whatever it was lower than whatever her monthly is, and that's not good.
I'm gonna check real quick. Sometimes it's a little different.
It'll show you some actual ones that's getting rent. Get that rent, man.
Money, baby. Money, baby. Money, baby.
I guess this is it right here. This 14.
Yeah.
All right.
You said they got two patios. They got this little inside patio. They got the little outside patio. They got three patios. They got this one, and this one. So 1, 2, 3.
Damn.
And a pool. She said it needs to be cleaned. I guess that's concrete. I don't know. This kind of pool here. I don't know what that is. But 3 bedroom, 2 bath, 1,700 square feet. Nice big AC unit. Everything's, everything is everything. If she had got to me a little sooner, I probably could have did something. But, with this point, I don't think I want to mess with it.
Is that a typo? Is that supposed to be a L instead of a T?
Let me see.
Zillow.
Yeah, it's an L. It's an L.
Okay, I got it.
I put a T.
That's a 3-2?
3 bedroom, 2 bath.
Okay. Oh, yep. The average is 1,650. The high is 1,806.
Yeah. See, I can't even rent it for $2,000. All I can get it for rent is maybe $2,000 traditionally. Now, I can furnish it and do a furnished rental and do all of that, but that's a lot, man. That's more money in the pot. Everything is more investment, more risk.
Since we're going deep in on deals, let's go deep in my deal I was talking to you about earlier this week, Chris.
That's fine. Are we done with this one here?
Yeah, I mean, that's a great, that's hurting my feelings right there, man. I ain't gonna lie to you, Chris. I don't know if I'd have been able to walk away from it.
You hate to see a beautiful home go to waste. You can just move into that and rent your house out, Justin.
Go ahead, Justin.
You don't want to pay that $2K a month
What I pay $2,000 a month.
plus utilities. Let's make it $3,000 a month.
But you got a couple rentals now too, Justin.
I would have to, in order for me to financially make sense, I would have to turn my house into a boarding house in order to financially make that make sense, which I could do. You know what I'm saying? To be totally honest with you, I could.
Let Ray do it. He know what he doing.
You say who?
Let Ray do it.
You're silly, boy. Silly. But Ray was making, you know, at his peak 6 bands off them board houses a month. Easy.
Oh.
He was changing the mess out them locks. I told him I didn't want to deal with that stuff.
All right. So you say the
Yeah, he was getting rid of it.
Oh, go ahead.
Changing locks on. Wham, back to back on.
You can just get that thing where you can just change it yourself with a little simple thing.
I do keypads.
Last time.
I do keypads on them guys.
What you said.
Yeah.
Now, what's the deal you're working on, Justin? You
All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and drop it into the let me see if I got the address in front of me.
Great call, Chris. Amazing call.
Yeah, I like that. I really do. I felt like that was a great thing or whatever.
I just wish I can help her. I mean, you know.
Right.
You can't. I mean, the only thing I can do, like I said, is refer her to a short sale.
Gotta catch 'em all.
And hope to get $2,000 in 6 months.
That's crazy.
I talked to what you call. He said he'll do it.
Who, Jim?
No, David, from last week. Do a short sale on it.
Oh, okay.
That'd be cool though to get $2,000 randomly in 6 months off of a 20-30 minute phone call.
Well, yeah, and it was a paid lead. Let me see what I paid for that lead. That was like $150 or something like that. I think.
Oh man, that hurt.
A paid lead. She.
That hurts. That's a good lead too, man.
Let me see here. That was I got 1, 2, 3 docs sent. I sent 3 contracts out. What ain't signed yet? That was for Miss. That was this one, right? Oh, I lied. That lead cost $200.
Oh. Damn.
You gotta bring your good wallet, baby.
Oh. That's a good lead. That's a great lead, though.
That's a great example for the video today.
I still got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people I haven't even been able to speak to yet.
All right, so I just dropped the what's the name up in here.
All right, let's see what we cooking here. What we got? And what do you want? You want me to pull it up on the screen or?
Yeah, go ahead and pull it up.
Pull it up, pull it up, pull it up, pull it up. Get out of this thing, everybody. And I'm gonna show y'all something on the computer too before we land today. A little trick I just found today. All right, let's see what we got. And I guess you just wanted the regular Zillow stuff, or what you want?
Yeah, go ahead and pull it up on Zillow.
Throw your head on that pillow. Buy that bad boy on Zillow.
It has some actually some clean pictures online somewhere. Maybe we could pull those up and give us more of a some insight. Let me see about.
Oh, that's over there by the White Castles.
Yep, in the trenches.
Yeah, when I had looked it up, it was one lady who owned all 3 of these buildings, but I don't know, there might have been something wrong. This the building in the middle, right?
Yep.
Is that a solar camera or is that a solar light?
That was just lights.
Oh, okay. So you.
I just dropped a link in there with the pictures of the inside.
Okay. You can rent it for only $750 a month. Let's see what we got here. What is this thing doing? Freezing up. Refreshed.
Man, I haven't seen rent that low in a long time.
It is pretty low. I didn't even see that. Damn.
You in the heart.
I just tripped off of. Y'all see that stove on the same side as the counter? So you can't get to the other door. Who the hell designed this?
What you mean?
If you look at the image with the stove is too close to the counter to where you can't open up that
right there. Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy. I never even tripped off that. Why
Yeah.
they ain't run that?
Well, no, you got a little bit of room right there. A little bit.
They should have ran that on the other side. I don't know why they ain't do that. Well, that ain't none of my business, I guess.
You talking about on the other side of this wall, like right here?
Either right there or they should have run it if you see the other. Hold on, go back. Right, right. What? Go back.
On this wall.
Just had it. They should have ran on that wall, or if you go back, they should have ran it across from that closet, that pantry closet. You see it next to the fridge? Yeah, right there. Yeah, they should have ran it right there. At least, I mean, so you could get the full counter. They can't even get the full counter now.
Yeah, they should have did that. They should have had this whole thing over there on that wall, if possible.
Yeah.
And then they would have had more counter space right there.
Right.
Is this an eat-in kitchen? Well, you know, for a little apartment, they don't really care about that stuff. For it. The bathroom look kind of big because they got space between the toilet and the sink.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a big space between there.
Where's the mirror?
These pictures bigger
I can't get them bigger either.
because of the way they did it.
I don't know.
I mean, I could zoom in like that, but you know that's kind of ugly.
Is that bathroom missing a mirror?
Let me see.
I got to do all it. I got to zoom out to even get back over.
Are you so right, Art? Wow. You see that, Chris?
I don't even see the bathroom.
Right
Top right corner.
Just at the top right corner.
Oh, right here. Oh yeah,
They got
the mirror was on order.
wow, $750 a month. I did not know he was getting.
They heard Chris say before you head hit that pillow, list that thing on pillow. It don't matter if the mirror ain't in there. Just list.
Wow.
This
$750
old
a
North
month.
St. Louis historic neighborhood is undergoing revitalization. This charming neighborhood has affordable rentals in a variety of styles, filled with refurbished brick buildings, towering warehouses, and historic landmarks. Old North St. Louis remains a quaint charm, whatever a quaint charm is.
Quiet charm.
Quaint.
I don't know what that word is.
I don't know. I only went. I'm a C student. Once you move in, check out the Crown Candy Kitchen, a 100-year-old soda fountain and renowned local landmark that serves the legendary milkshakes. Old North St. Louis also has an unparalleled sense of community. Community-driven organizations like the Old North St. Louis Restoration Group work with friends and families to host community tours and create a community gardens. Herb Arts. You got something here, Art. Herb Arts hosts poetry readings, storytelling workshops, and yoga classes for local youth, while the North City Farmers Market offers cooking classes and free health screenings. Come get your COVID shot now and your boosters.
Red flag on the Herb Arts doing yoga classes for the local youth.
No diddy. Pause.
Bro, y'all got a Herb Arts out there?
No.
You said pause. Herb Arts doing dance moves. Oh, pause.
I'm gonna get this thing cracking.
So what do you want to do with this deal here, Justin?
I just want to get the info and cash flow that joint.
You got to deal with them tenants.
All right, so here's the situation. So basically, the situation is that there's a girl I know. Dad passed away in August of 2025. So then, I guess maybe not that long ago, she reached out to me and stuff, basically saying that the tenants are in the property and they refuse to pay the rent or whatever because they have been made aware of the passing of the owner. So
has she been in contact with the tenants?
No.
Why not?
I guess they know what's going on, so they're like, we're gonna, they're gonna protest or whatever. I guess is what they're doing. I don't know. They taking advantage though, whatever way it is, or some. So once she gave the lead over to me, I pretty much just got the paperwork together for the affidavit of heirship to do the quick claim deed, and then the got her and her sister to sign off on it, so we don't have to do probate. Hopefully.
Those are the only siblings?
Should I say it on this?
Did you get let's start here. Did you get the death certificate?
I have not got the death certificate.
That's where you start at before you even start doing any of this other stuff. Death certificate, because that's gonna tell
Death
you who the
certificate.
kids and stuff.
Okay. So basically, there allegedly there's a another child of a woman who is out of town in Texas. Um, the woman resides out in Texas, and apparently she's going through a lot of up and downs, being in and out of the criminal justice system. So she has a maybe like younger than a 1 year old out there and stuff who she allegedly have a baby with this man with. So in order to track them down and go through probate and all of that stuff, I just had to, should I really talk about this? Okay.
It don't matter. I mean,
Yeah.
you just it's just
So I had the two siblings agree and sign off on the paperwork saying that there's nobody else. Boom, had them sign off. And now I have all the documentation that I would need to get it over to the title company to get it done. I went to this property, knocked on. Yeah, so I went to this property, knocked on the door and stuff. And hold on real quick.
you need to figure out who all the heirs are, because it may not even show it on the death certificate, but it will show their marital status, stuff like that. So I mean, it's one of them things, man. It's getting down in the legal wheelhouse.
Right. So basically, I went ahead and door knocked the properties or whatever. I believe it says it's three addresses on the deed. Not addresses. It says it's 3 parts on the deed, but it looked like it's only 2 addresses on this. So I don't know if it's a lot or another parcel or something like that. So we got this property and stuff, and knocked on the door. Nobody answered the door, so I put a notice on their door, basically saying, "Hey, the property, I'm representing, the Meeks family and stuff to, get everything back in order. Wanted to talk to you all about, what kind of plans did you have and blah 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 blah." Nobody answered. I left, and then that's where I'm at right now with this deal. Chris say is in the hood. I shouldn't get it. I shouldn't mess with it. Just walk away. I believe it's like $250,000 that might be owed on this fresh new flip. It was flipped back in 2022.
Yeah, somebody bought it for $235 back in 2022.
Yeah, it was
According
a
to
flip. The owner, he sold it to himself. He from his LLC, which he probably had hard money, fixed it up, and then sold it to himself. Took out a mortgage on it for like maybe 200, 220, 225, 250, somewhere like that.
Yeah, $235.
Yeah.
At least somebody paying. Well, the taxes getting paid by the mortgage, so that's good. I say, yeah, taxes cheap, $342. You wish your taxes was that low. That's the city taxes.
That's how much my
taxes be low.
My taxes lower than that.
I believe you. That's why I say that's the only reason it's good about it. They got it as a 4-family unit, Zone G, local commercial and office. Vacant lot, no. 4 units, condo, no. Yeah, I mean, it's one of the things you got to get that paperwork. I would just put them people on notice. That's what she should have did from the beginning. Like, hey, pay or quit, 7-day notice or whatever it is, 10-day notice. They need to pay or leave. Because it's been kicked down the road for a long time here, as you can tell. What do you think about all that there, Art? Would you mess with this deal?
You said this is like in the trenches.
For sure.
Unless
It's
the
in the
number
current trenches. They building a lot of stuff down here. So you have a new FBI building, the biggest one in the country, that just got built within a mile away from here, and it is the trenches now. But I do believe the property values are definitely going to go up once the FBI building becomes fully operational. They running hundreds of employees through there, and then those FBI agents will need somewhere to stay.
All right, so what's the numbers on this real quick? What's your entry cost and what's the possible cash flow?
My entry cost is nothing at this point. 0. Loan balance only.
Okay, so you can get into it for closing costs only?
Yes.
And then how much do you think you can cash flow on it?
I haven't been inside yet to see. I mean, in that neighborhood right now, currently as we stand, him getting 850 off of it actually sounds about right.
So this is the last 30 days crime map. It ain't that bad. You got an assault, you got some vandalism, you got some weapons, you got some larceny.
Well, you want a little bit of that. You don't want the property values taken off too crazy.
Multiple records. Possession of controlled substance, discharging a firearm within cities, shot spotter. This was back on 210. What was that, 12 days ago? Shooting over there. Yeah. And so that property is closer to...
That's a lot of crime.
And it's just the last 30 days. What is it?
Oh, that's the last 30 days.
I can change it if you want the previous 3 days. It's kind of like,
sliding for Dolph or what?
it's the previous 4 weeks.
I don't look at getting caught with guns as like real crime.
No, I'm not getting caught with them, but discharging them.
Yeah.
No,
We have an open carry state too.
Yeah, they got gun ranges if you just want to go shooting.
Yeah, we got open carry. You don't have to have no license.
around here, right?
Palm. Yeah.
So it's right up here.
Yeah, right there.
Happened right there, a robbery.
That's right there on the street, I believe.
Yeah, a robbery just happened at 9:55 a.m. in the morning.
It's
You
on
can't
North
even get out of
Florissant.
bed and your ass be dead.
It's on North Florissant. You silly boy.
That's on Hebert here. This is just a block over.
Yeah.
On the way to go get some hash browns.
Motor vehicle watercraft stealing. Stole a car at 3300 North Florissant.
Damn.
What is this? Five things happened on this one. So you got property damage, second degree, destruction of private property damage second degree, and harassment first degree. Damn. She keyed his car. I must decipher that for you. And then what is this? Vandalism. What is this? DUI. This was at 11:45 p.m. at night. Drunken driving. Weapons, discharging a firearm, 702 on Obear. Over there on the Dub, robbery. And it's just the stuff that's been reported. You know, there's other crimes that never get reported. This just what got reported to the
When I drove through it, it was crazy. I just drove through it the other day.
So it ain't that bad. It's just weapons charges, discharging a firearm. Damn, they be shooting like that over here? Damn, every day.
I would have to figure out who wants to stay there. That's probably the biggest.
People that are there.
You said people downtown?
People that are there.
Yeah, I tried to talk to them.
That's who. Does this go just out of the city? I think this is just for the city.
How many attempts would you give them on knocking on their doors? I put the note out. I was thinking Friday I go ahead and put the eviction stuff up there.
It was bad as fuck. I mean, sorry. This is the south side now. This is the north side where he was at. And it's just the last 4 weeks.
What am I? Do you got to put some filters in or something? Because I ain't getting nothing popping up.
On what? Here?
Yeah, I'm on the same site. I'm just trying to check.
Oh, yeah, over here. On the left side, it say when. You can put when, where.
Go to yesterday. I want to see yesterday, Chris.
Just yesterday alone. There was 2 guns, 2 weapons here. Discharging with shot spotter.
Bring me the north side.
Back to the north side. Just yesterday alone. I wasn't nothing cracking. Something happened downtown. Assault.
Was yesterday a holiday or something?
That's at Gentry's Landing, 400 North 4th Street, downtown. Right by the dome. It was an assault.
See, St. Louis ain't that bad when you go day by day.
But if you go back 3 days, you see some more stuff pop up. What's this? Drinking and driving? Drugs and alcohol. Then you got burglary, assault. So this is just what happened this weekend. Larceny, vandalism, assault, endanger a correctional employee, visitor. Damn,
they shooting the police.
This at the jail, the city jail.
Damn,
they doing crime in the jail. Second degree. You already locked up. You still doing crime? You ain't learned yet.
Put them in the dirt.
Vehicle break-in theft. This was on the 19th, so what's Friday night. We got weapons. And a lot of this is from Shot Spotter, so they got that thing to tell somebody shooting a gun, and it marks it.
What? So we saying this to do what?
It's up to you. I still ask the same question I always ask: where do I make money?
If those people give me a call and respond back to the notices, if anybody actually stays there, you know, I
You need
cash.
to leave a note on the door.
I did leave a note on the door.
On each door?
Yeah.
And nobody wrote back or called back on it?
No, and that was yesterday I did that.
Oh, you supposed to roll back by today just to see if anybody moved your note.
Yeah.
You want to borrow one of my pistols?
You might need that.
Just don't say I did it. I'm gonna make sure I was on the other side of town.
I said, look, nobody answered the door. Low key, I can start marketing now because I'm going to.
Well, how you gonna show it? You can market whatever you want, but how you gonna show it?
I'm gonna show it doing after the 10-day notice to vacate.
Not really.
No.
It don't work like all this is slow, man. When you think legal, think slow. Very slow. So let's just say we go in and somehow we get a notice to vacate or something. They have to be out. And if they're not out, you still got to go back to the sheriff and the sheriff come make sure they get out. You got to go through a whole process getting people out of a house.
So I can have them out within the next 20 days?
Probably not. I'm not going to say you can't. If they move out voluntarily, yeah. Or do some cash for keys or something, yeah. Or you a good smooth negotiator, yeah. But as it sits, they ain't even reaching out. If they ain't reach out to you within 24 hours, we know something ain't right. Somebody went home last night. So
there's a chance he never filled the vacancies.
And she don't have the leases?
Nope.
Was it leased?
She's saying it was. She's saying there's people staying in there.
Well, there was probably some people staying in there. Because it looked like a nice house for somebody to live in, you know, pay a little $600 a month. Like I said, it might be Section 8.
Have you drove past again yet, Justin?
I haven't drove past again since yesterday, no.
That's the whole thing. You're going to have to do a recon every day for the next 2-3 days just to see, you know, what kind of movement we getting. Is somebody even taking my note? Or they ignoring my note? Or they walking right past it like, oh, well, forget him.
Right.
So, you know, it's just one of them things. Got to go through the process, but it ain't going to be quick. I can tell you that right now. If anything you thinking quick, just get that out your brain. Slow.
Would you move forward with closing?
It's up to you. I ain't closing nothing until I know what I'm buying. I don't even know what I'm getting. That house could be tore up on the inside. It could be perfect on the inside. I don't even know what I'm getting.
If it's going into trust, it shouldn't, you know, I don't have no risk.
You pay the closing cost to buy it. We don't put money in the houses like that. We need to know what's going on. We need to know what we're buying. If $1 goes out, it come back with friends. Like that $200 I spent on that lead that we just went over. You know, that's $200 gone bye-bye. I ain't making nothing on that. You can't get it back. You got it. That's part of the process. You work the leads, work the play, but I wouldn't go dump no $1,000 or $2,000 or none of that into some property like that, me personally, because I don't know what I'm buying. Too many unknowns.
Is zone for commercial? Would you obviously just way down the line? Would you rent it out as office spaces to some of the? Oh, okay.
I put it as what it is and put somebody in there and get to start paying me. Me personally, I set it up as a slow flip or put another investor on that want to deal with that and let them deal with it and they just pay me. That's me personally. I wouldn't want to be managing no property down there, doing nothing down there, me personally. That's just personal.
By slow flip, you mean contract for deed?
Yeah. For something where I'm hands off. I'm just a silent partner. You don't even know I'm in the deal. I don't want to be hands on nothing over.
I think I got somebody who I can get that off on like that.
Yeah. They got some money. We got honey every time. It always come back to that. But they gotta have that money, man. We got deals. You the cash for keys guy, right?
All I know is cash for keys.
They gotta drop that money then. So one last thing I want to show y'all before we land this plane, because it's getting past my bedtime, I think.
I'm about to watch Clarissa Shields knock something out.
When is that, today?
Yeah.
Let me see here. So Redfin, one of my favorite sites. What's a good county, Art? What's that county you like up there?
Porter County.
Porter?
Yep.
County? Indiana?
Yes.
So we go to Porter County, Indiana. I found a little oh, that's this little box here. Oh, that's almost in Chicago. Oh, it's just outside of there. Wow. Let me scoot back in. So when you're looking on here, and they got a 3-car garage, $1 million house right there. Damn. Filters. And this is the only site I found this filter on. So we know we're looking for a house. And we know we are looking for, well, I'm going to leave it on active. And we're looking for this right here. Can you see that?
Pool type?
Right here.
Oh, fixer upper.
It's 19 fixer-uppers on the MLS. Now, I don't know how long. I could go deeper down the rabbit hole and say, hey, there's 19 there. If I say something that's been on for over, say, 60 days, 9 homes. So you got 9 homes. Is this the fixer-upper? Why are they making a fixer-upper? Why am I logged out? So these are
price it might be.
These are some potential properties you can call on that are on market in that county that are they got, basically saying it's some kind of fixer-upper of some type. So you might be able to get a wholesale deal off of an on-market deal. Make a sense?
Yeah.
So like, I don't know, whatever this is here. This is kind of raggedy. We're looking for some ugly pictures, bad marketing, because we know it's 2 reasons a property won't sell. The price is too high, the marketing sucks. We're looking for somebody with some bad marketing, bad pictures. It don't look like it's too bad, but it don't look like the roof looks good on it. The roof. But it's vacant because they got that porch light on. And somebody got that porch light on. Who takes a picture through the thing? Yeah, they still got old Victrolas and stuff in there. That's about $200 sitting right there. Oh, you can't even see that. My bad. Let me switch my camera. This thing's stupid. You got to click a button.
What's a Victrola?
Victrola. So this is what they got on their pictures. Ugly little house here. This is in Portridge, Indiana.
Yeah.
So this could be a possible wholesale deal. The Victrola is this thing here. So you lift this top up and it plays records.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, that's an antique. That's from the 1900s, early 1900s, maybe 18. I don't think it's 1800s. It's probably 1900s. It don't look that old. It's old, but it ain't. It's old as some that I've seen. Why they got a lockbox on the table? Aren't they supposed to have that on the door? Who leaves the lockbox there? So they didn't clean out the house all the way, as you can tell. And they got this old grandma carpet. Still got radiators. Still got an old, ugly pink bathroom or whatever that is, brown. So as you can see, this house needs work. They asking $290. So what I would do is take this house, go over to one of the sites. Ooh, look at that bathroom right there. You want to take a shower in there? Hey, you would take a shower in there if you ain't had no choice.
Oh, yeah. If I ain't had no choice, for sure.
You got to have your shower shoes in that mud. You don't catch your stuff on your But yeah, as you see, you got a property here.
They got a lot of potential though, Loki.
Well, that's the thing. We know it's a fixer-upper. This is a wholesale opportunity.
That's hard money on there.
Yeah.
I just call it what it is.
And see if they take it, or maybe lower. Hell, you can even go see what they owe on it first before you can go down that rabbit hole. That's what I would suggest. But not saying you got to do all that. That's kind of like work.
It'll show you how much they owe on it if it's hard money.
Sometime I can't say. Everybody do something different. Everybody.
They probably stuck in it.
Who knows? I can't even get it to pull up on which time.
There's a lot of brothers stuck in them houses.
But yeah, it's a raggedy house. It's been on for over 60 days. It needs work. And, it's probably a good wholesale opportunity. As a matter of fact, let me go back. How long it's been up for? It built in 1956, been up for 88 days. We're coming up on the 90-day mark here this week. It was listed back in November at $300,000. They dropped the price $10,000 less. Yeah, I mean, it's probably something you might want to reach out to. Something like this, and it's just an idea. So basically, you go on Redfin, make sure you put in, the filter of a fixer-upper in a county you want, and you can go for more days on market if you want, or just leave it as what it shows and call those agents. That's free leads for you there. How you love that? You gonna try that out, Art?
Yeah, definitely. I'm taking notes right now.
That's another way to get you some free leads. We know it's a wholesale opportunity because they need all that work. We don't know if they can take a wholesale offer, but hey, it won't hurt. Hey, I got 160,000 burn a hole in my pocket. Well, they don't want to go that low. Put it in. Make them counter offer. But it's habitable. It's just out of date. Any other questions, comments, concerns about any of that before we do that?
And this is a really good Sunday call.
Well, that's the name of the game. We want to make sure everybody gets something and take something home with you. No one leaves empty-handed. What county you like, Justin? I don't think you got St.
Yeah,
Charles.
let's go St. Charles. Great point.
Oh, they got one house on here. Hell, what's this? Oh, and it's dirty. Oh yeah, this is a damn. Is that a hole in the floor, or they just look like that?
We can't see.
Oh, my bad. Damn, this thing always do this extra pop up. I can see right.
Yeah.
All right, so there we go. There's only 8 photos. Nice looking house in the front. Got some stuff going on here. Holes in the walls. It look like a damn. I don't know. Something going on there, funky. But it's another opportunity. How long has it been on the market? Let me go back. It's been up for 84 days. As long as it's not a bank-owned property, and even if it is, you can still put your offer in. That ain't gonna hurt nothing. So they listed this back in November for $340. Somebody bought it in 2020 for $240. That's crazy. That 5 years it can be worth $100,000 more potentially. Ain't that crazy work? Don't wait to buy real estate. Buy real estate, then wait.
They probably got a situation where they want to make an exit with like 30, 40 grand and nobody to talk them off of that. And obviously we don't want to assume anything, but a lot of times that's the case. They trying to make an exit with some money in their pocket. And
it looks like they might be getting divorced because it's a man and a woman on there, Brandon and Brittany. They owe $208. Yeah, they can take an offer as low as $230. Shit. I mean, $230, $240.
How accurate you feel like that information online be like that?
Sometimes it's pretty accurate. Because that's the thing. So they're only counting if every payment was made on time since the time they started. If they behind or they paid more or they did extra stuff, it's not going to reflect on there. They're only calculating the time if you had made your payments every month from the time you got the house. So you can only, take it with that grain of salt. But yeah, this is possibly a good deal here for somebody. And they got an open house tomorrow. So they looking like they really ready to go. From the moment you step in. Why they take pictures with all this trash everywhere? Why they ain't clean up the house a little bit? I'm just asking.
Maybe that was after they cleaned up.
Exactly. Hey, I got about 230, 240. Because this is like a good deal to buy. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what the ARV is or what, but evidently they think it's worth that much. Let me see something here. I'm on Redfin already, right? So this sold for $350. This sold for $380. Yeah. This sold for $350. This sold for $340. Yeah, this is a good wholesale deal. I'm about to call her right now. Why are we playing? Is it too late to call somebody?
Yeah, it's too late, Chris.
All right. Well, I'm going to let y'all go. I just want to let you see that's some ways you can get you some more opportunities. Any other questions, comments, concerns?
No, that's a really good lead. That's a really good tip for sure. Thank you.
And you can do that.
Week after week, man. I think about just go ahead and not coming on. There's always more and more value. I got to give that to them.
Oh, yeah. We're going to always spit that 5, 5, 5, 5. Every time. So I'll let y'all get back to your day. Don't forget, next Saturday, we're getting belly to belly at the networking meetup down at the Foundry. Saturday, February 28th, 4 o'clock to 7 o'clock. See you there. Take a screenshot if you're watching. And Justin wants to shake your hand when he sees you.
Yes, sir.
Justin, are you going to shake my hand when I come down now?
Eventually, man. Go ahead, come on down.
That's right. That's right. I am supposed to be speaking in October at that Rich Groves big real estate event. You should come down to that, Art. I think that'll be worth the trip. It's in October.
What is it?
It's a big real estate event coming up in October here.
Okay.
I'll send you the information for it. I don't have it here.
That's gonna be in St. Louis.
In sunny St. Louis. That's right. October or somewhere around my birthday, because I'm a 10/17, but it ain't on my birthday. I think it's the week before or the week after.
Brick Squad Monopoly.
Brick Squad. You know it.
I know Chris hated that because it ain't a part of his era. So all we do was 10-17.
10/17.
You don't know about Brick Squad.
He watched them grind up and build it up. And now you probably like, what?
That's
I
it.
just stole my birthday.
It have made it some hood stuff.
So
All right, y'all, knock them dead. You should get plenty of leads this week. And, remember to listen to these sellers, ask good questions, be open-minded, assume nothing, and close them up. So with all that being said, do what you do, be who you be, and I'll see you. This would Justin be doing like this. Before you see me.
So I want to get into real estate, but don't know where to start.
Well, what I would say is to join the Future Cash Flow Club. It's a community of investors where we talk about wholesaling, we talk about creative deal structuring, buying houses subject to, all of the creative stuff that everybody's talking about. You don't need a real estate license or any of that.
Wow, where do I sign up?
Well, I would say go to futurecashflowclub.com. That's futurecashflowclub.com. You can even get a free trial. Try it out today. I don't know what you've been doing. You've been asleep? Let me wake you up with something. Straight up. Yeah. Allow me to reintroduce myself. I'm Chris Monroe. R to the O-E. I flip houses, rent cars, and make money. You know I'm not no motherfucker dummy. This how we do.